Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Newt. Today's the day. Today's the day. Let me know if audio sounds kind of weird. Because my mic's a little bit farther away, actually. That should be fine, I think. We're doing chainmail today. We're doing chainmail. We'll yap, as we want to. But the biggest thing that I need to do today is freaking work on my chainmail because I'm going to the Ren Fair this weekend. And I decided I wanted to do this and then started it, I think, on Monday or Sunday. On Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, 2 days ago. So you'll see the progress I've made. Which is, you know, it is what it is. I brought it to Anime Monday last night, and this is all I'm going to be working on for the foreseeable future till this weekend. Woo! Yay! Yeah, that's that on that. Let's get over to the hand cam scene. There we go. All right, let's adjust myself. We're gonna watch some videos. Let me move my model a little bit more. There we go. It's gonna be just a cozy day. Don't talk about my pants. They're shamrock pants, okay? That's all you need to know. They're comfy. They're nice and comfy pants. There we go. We're gonna watch some cutie. Yeah, I'm a pants wearing cow. I mean, yeah, I can't be naked. That's against TOS. Oh my god, chat's so small. Holy shit. Can you talk some more so I can scale you up? Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Let me do a big chat. I never remember how to change my, transform. Edit transform. I want it to be no, I don't want it cropped. No. Nope. Undo. 0. I want it the top to be lower. Fuck it. Whatever. We'll just have big chat. Chat doesn't look too crazy ever. Anyways, I'm gonna do a quick little testy test. I'm gonna keep it like that. Yeah. That works for me. Yeah. We're gonna watch a few videos I picked out that are good for me to have my brain, like, occupied while I'm doing absolutely brain-numbing tasks. But I'll explain. I'll explain what I'm doing. I got a 1 pound. That's upside down. Come on. Come on, focus. There we go. All right, I got a 1 pound bag from Chainmail Joe of these jump rings. It's about 3,600 rings. And I've already like opened or closed a third of these. The whole thing when it comes to making chainmail that I've learned over the course of this last like 3 days, when you get jump rings, what you want to do so it takes you less time later is you pretty much want to open, which this is an open ring. See, open. This is how they come. This is gonna be really hard to see. Focus. This is how they come, where it's just that like slightest gap, and then you can then fully close. These are fully closed. I'm not doing anything closer than that. So you open, and I've done like what, 2/3. I think I have about 1/3 left of the bag. The bag was like full. 2/3 ish. Which what's 2/3 of 36? Calc. Alright. What is 66.66666667%? Holy shit! No way. Well, my calculator says I have touched about 2,400 so far. Maybe I have. Feels like it. My wrist hurts. This wrist hurts. I also have jewelry pliers, but all of my jewelry pliers are not at my house currently. So the ones that I'm showing these Neil knows are the only like current ones I have. I also have these normal pliers. So that's what I've been using, these pliers and these pliers. Woo. Let me think. Is there anything else I need to be sharing here? I don't think so. I don't think you need to know anything else outside of, oh yeah, no, more chainmail stuff. Okay, is this annoying that it's kind of tilted? Let's, yeah, that's better. Damn, my fucking forearm piece looks beautiful. Wow. With this contrast? Damn. Wait, hang on. I got another thing to show. I got my new tattoo I want to show. Hang on. Look at it! It's a little hot dog! Look at the hot dog! He's a ghost for Halloween, and he has ketchup and mustard on his costume. Too cute. I love it so much. Okay, that's not what we're talking about today, though. With chainmail, what I'm doing is a specific weave called the European 4-in-1, which are these right here. This is a European 4-in-1. It's 4 rings on 1 open ring. Wow. And I'm gonna like close these up, and these will also be 4-in-1s as well. And then this is my current actual, like, this is the piece that I will be wearing. This is the current progress on it. Here are my current tools that I've been using. These needle nose pliers. I have curved ones. I need to get the curved ones because I think that'll help a lot. These just regular degular pliers that I found in my house. And then these tweezers that have been helping. Yeah, so that's where we're on. Oh, what am I making? Should probably tell you that too. Overall, my goal is to do an entire like belt and skirt situation. We will see if that can be done or if it's just a belt or what. High key, I've been having a really good time. This is a really good like idle task for me. So I've been doing a lot of this while working, which is super nice. Here, I'm changing how I'm sitting. At some point I am gonna have to get up and grab myself some water. Idle animation. That's me. Maybe that. I'm trying to figure out my mic to not be the most uncomfortable thing ever. Yeah. Nice repetitive hand motions with visible progress seems pretty cool. It is like, it's so satisfying. I like started last night, like only having this much maybe, and I added just this much on today. So it's like, now I kind of am getting a little bit faster, but I still have a whole bunch of rings here to open and close and all of that. But I really don't want to open and close more rings, like just that right now. I want to actually see progress. I want to see this longer, and I want to see it great. Also, we haven't talked about how we're having a Daft Punk Fortnite situation dropping Saturday, and let me tell you, I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, okay. So, do we want to zoom in? Do I want to zoom in? Thursday, I thought? The 27th. I thought it was the 27th. Am I wrong? Skins drop Thursday event this week. Ah, okay. I have biofreeze on this wrist because it's fucking weak as hell. Thursday is Hades 2 full release. You will not be seeing me. I need to block Hades 2 on Twitter, because if I get the ending spoiled for me, I will be a little upsetty. And I'm all over Hades Twitter right now. Hades Twitter, League of Legends Twitter, for whatever reason. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my main fucking 2 Twitters I'm on right now. Oh, and politics, but that's on my other Twitter account, so I'm not gonna count that one. I also have a candle on, as you can see on the edge here. It is scented mulled wine. It's great. It sniffs so good. I'm gonna need to get a new one. It's like the perfect fall scent. All right, let's see. Perfect. Boom. See, look at all of these 4-in-1s. And then we'll have this nice and long. At some point, maybe if I get it long enough, I'll stand up and measure it against my body, because I don't want it just this thin, right? I don't want it this thin, so I'm gonna at least do another whole row on top, and I'm gonna have to remember how to / watch another YouTube video on how to connect to lines of 4-in-1s. Because I do have video tutorials I've been watching. Just to make sure I don't fuck it up. And I'm gonna have to change the direction I'm doing of this, but that's okay. But yeah, that's the current vibe of today's stream. I'll probably talk a bit more about the chainmail at some point when I'm actually connecting them. And I'll probably swear a whole bunch because it's super fucking hard to get them in the right direction and to like do the thing, you know. But yeah, that's today's stream. It's gonna be nice and cozy. Nice and cozy. Me. There we go. All right, we're gonna watch Cutie make viral TikTok foods to see if they're any good.
Hi YouTube, today I am testing out the TikTok trends that are viral right now in the kitchen and see if any of them are actually any good. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also if you have an Amazon account, you probably have a Twitch Prime. So I'm going to ask you, my YouTube frogs, to go over to Twitch, use your Prime on my channel. Just support our channel in any way possible. I appreciate you all, and let's check out these recipes. The first thing we're going to make is Bing Hulu. Let's watch the TikToks explaining to us what that is and how to make it.
A different one of these videos right beforehand, so I'm excited.
Wow. Oh wow. Well, here we go. And yes, you might be asking, Cutie, that needs to be frozen. Are you prepared? Yes, I'm prepared. It's been frozen. Bowl. Nice. This is low-fat milk. I got frozen strawberries, everybody. All prepped and dry. Should I film a TikTok? So I guess we just turn now. I think it's working. I mean, it's coated. I think the more times you spin it, the better, because it like slowly freezes. So if you like let it sit for a second, but when it starts melting already, it's like sticking to it, but it melts so quick. You think I should go thicker than that? I mean, looks right. I don't know how you're supposed to choose. It's frozen. I can't get through the berry. I don't like it. It's just the fruit is too sour. I mean, the milk on the outside is nice, but it's not like, it's really hard to bite into, see? Scraping my teeth on it, which is really cold and doesn't feel nice. Maybe we just need a thicker cover. This one's been sitting in there the longest. Let's try this one, because that's like thick. Holy, Guys, I'm giving that a 0 out of 10. It's a waste. Because now what am I going to do with all this milk and all these strawberries? Lodge,
and it's watered down milk.
Is this the thing that Amy made?
Who's Amy?
No.
No one knows who Amy is. Who is she?
Amy's TikToker.
It's frozen.
Well, it's like really frozen.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
How am I supposed to eat it? I can't eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts to eat. And the fruit's just sour. Yeah, see? He's really exaggerating what I went through because he's the better YouTuber than me. But that's also how I felt. No, that is a 0 out of 10. I do not recommend you waste your life on making that. Next trend, watermelon shaved ice. Just because the internet is making something doesn't mean it's good, by the way. Like, there's a lot of people on the internet have like made pipe and stuff, you know, and it's not necessarily good.
Start by removing all the rind from your watermelon. Then once it's naked, place it in the freezer. Once frozen, shave it using a microplane. It should be very light and almost fluffy.
I miss having a microplane.
A few chocolate chips and some sweetened condensed milk.
I want one again.
Insane.
I don't think I'd like the chocolate. I think I can get behind the lime. Sweetened condensed milk sounds better than honey, but I don't know which one my lovely assistant has prepared for me. Frozen watermelon. Okay, it's frozen to the plate. Did anyone think of this problem? Frozen watermelon. This is slippery. Dude, no way is this worth. Look how long this is gonna take me. This better be the best tasting thing I've ever had in my life. Imagine whipping this up for your your family dinner on a Sunday, you know, a nice Sunday barbecue, and you'd go in the kitchen and you grind up your frozen watermelon. It's so fast and convenient to make. Imagine whipping this up for your whole family. This is so stupid. Amy does this in 5 seconds. Okay, Amy speeds up her TikToks, okay? You know what, chat? This is good enough. A little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of sweetened condensed milk. Honestly, anything with, you could just do ice with sweetened condensed milk. It's gonna taste good. It's a really weird texture because it turns into like watermelon goo. It's not bad. It's a really weird texture. I'm still eating it because I'm almost like fascinated by it. I actually think it's gross with the sweetened condensed milk. I could see it better with lime juice. Yeah, the sweetened condensed milk makes it too sweet. I don't know what you would make this for. Out of 10, I'll give it a 2 out of 10. The texture is bizarro. It's not very sweet, but with the sweetened condensed milk, it's too sweet. The lemon was the best part of it, but with all that effort to get that much, that's a 2. It's just way too much effort for just that much. If I don't have to shave the ice, if I can make a child shave the ice, then it's a 4, for sure. With child labor, it's a 4, yeah. Next thing, chat, we're moving on to Jolly Rancher marshmallows.
You could take Jolly Ranchers and turn them into marshmallows.
No,
but
you
I was
can't.
a bit skeptical about this one
No, you
because
fucking
overall,
cannot.
this was becoming a really sticky process.
That's not how candy
So
works.
when they finally melted, I needed to whip them up real good with gelatin. And oh gosh, was that a disaster. But I let this mix for 10 minutes and just stopped questioning my existence. Luckily, transferring to the dish was doable. Sorta. I let that sit overnight and I was eager to see the results. To my surprise, these actually worked.
All right, this shouldn't be a surprise.
I
So
don't
the normal
believe it.
way you make marshmallows is essentially this, but with hot sugar, and you just drizzle the syrup into the gelatin. You're just replacing that syrup with Jolly Ranchers. So there's no reason
Into
this shouldn't
gelatin?
work. Here we go.
It's
Wait,
into
should we make blue
gelatin?
ones?
Really?
We might have to make cherry watermelon because that's what we can combine the most of, you know? Blue raspberry cherry watermelon? Yeah, that'll be fun. Well, that melts, we have to bloom
I thought there was
our
a starch of-
gelatin.
Oh,
the
they
reason I
wrap
can't
it in
drink
starch.
collagen, like,
That's
you know how
what it
collagen's
is.
like super in to like drinks, it's like good for your skin? I can't drink it because it just smells like gelatin, or just tastes like gelatin to me. Because if you've worked in a bakery and you've worked with bone dust before, it's nasty smelling. I have made homemade marshmallows before. In fact,
yeah.
when I worked in the bakery,
That makes
sometimes we'd
sense.
make homemade marshmallows for like s'mores. But this feels like a lot of gelatin for that. Okay, we've got
I guess you
goo.
could replace
Let's
it
get our
with, like,
mixer over
agar
here.
agar.
Okay, the thing about marshmallows is you kind of have to
To
work
make
fast.
them
So it's gonna start
vegan.
cooling. All right, I'm gonna get a little 8x8 pan. As the mixer adds air, what it's doing is it's cooling down the sugar, and that sugar is creating bubbles, right? It's being whipped. So your sugar's creating bubbles, and then what happens is the gelatin hardens, so it keeps those bubbles alive. That's how you make marshmallows. There's this girl that used to work in the bakery with me, and marshmallows were her favorite thing to make. I don't know why, but whenever marshmallows were like on the menu, she'd be like, yes, me. All right, you're going for, uh-oh. Oh no, this is all Jolly Rancher that sunk to the bottom and hardened. All right, well, we gotta pour this in, so. Okay, we're gonna let this set until the end of stream. It really should set overnight. It'll be fine, look. Wow, it looks like a Beyblade. Right off the bat, I don't recommend that one based on the mess alone, but maybe we'll take a bite and they'll be the best like marshmallows we've ever had in our lives. The Jolly Rancher marshmallows. I do not think I'm gonna like this. However, I want you to get you guys a nice clean mallow. That is a nice mallow. There's some drippage because a piece of Jolly Rancher got in there and then it disintegrated. So there's some weird goo. It's kind of like a gusher. But I mean, it's a mallow. Like, we've got mallow happening.
She does not like
No.
it.
Mm-mm. I don't know. Okay, I've made lots of marshmallows in my life. I don't know one marshmallow recipe I've ever used that has that much gelatin in it. There's way too much gelatin in that. So your texture and the Jolly Rancher itself doesn't provide enough sweetness to compensate for the gelatin. The marshmallow tastes like gelatin, sour, citric acid marshmallow. So that's a 0.
I think it'd be
That is a
interesting
0.
to see
That is no good.
her
That
like
tastes
kind of
yucky.
remake
All right,
it
guys,
to
next
actually
TikTok
be good.
trend.
We want to mix together 1 stick of room temp butter and about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar.
That's too much. You don't need that much butter.
Why would you do that?
Platinum croissants. Oh, that's amazing. Definitely not worth $6.50.
Let's do it. Let's make this weird ass croissant. Okay, so pretty much all that guy did was caramelize a croissant,
Cuties.
mushed a croissant, caramelized it, and then cooked it, flattened it, dipped it in chocolate. So that's what we're doing. Welcome everybody to make a flat croissant, just like
Flat
sandwich.
croissant.
Super flat. Oh no, Cutie's body shaming again. So what? Preemptively getting one guide? Yeah, people, dude, everyone's too sensitive. I'll say it. I'll say it. Everyone's way too sensitive nowadays. Can't even make a joke about Caroline having nipples on the side of her rib cage. Okay, all of a sudden everyone takes it seriously and gets upset. You think she actually has nipples on the side of her rib cage? Everybody, she actually does. I'm happy I cleared that up. She's hot either way. True. Does anyone ever think that I just body shamed Caroline because I'm attracted to her? Because if you thought that, you'd be severely wrong. I think she looks like a kraken. Oh, are you here because we've been saying croissant?
Yeah, you're saying wrong.
Croissant.
Jesus Christ.
How do you say it?
Croissant.
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 C'est
Croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant. Oh, bro.
Oh, will you buy us some butter churners?
You want butter churners now? I thought you weren't gonna do the butter churning stream because it looks like you're just jerking off.
Yeah, but now we decided we're gonna put it behind a paywall and make it extra sexy.
No.
Make
I
that
can't.
money, girlfriend.
Can't buy you a butter churner for sexy paywall content.
Oh,
Making
and
the cookie croissant?
no, we're making
Okay.
a flat croissant. And then the
They're
French
so
guy said,
cute.
why can't you just leave croissants alone?
Why can you Americans not just leave the croissant alone?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I'm leaving.
Ready, chat? Croissant. Flatten it. Flatten it. Okay, it's pretty flat. Meep. Turning this up. He says butter both sides with this brown sugar butter. Do you guys see me hesitate deciding if I want to put that butter on my hand? It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. That song is crazy. That song was on the radio when I was a kid. Isn't that crazy? It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. It's like, what? There's something burning under the pan. Yeah, it's leftover sugar from the Jolly Rancher. It's like
Okay.
kind of soggy is the
Okay.
problem. I think his recipe's too
You're
it's
talking
kinda bad.
straight.
It's too much butter. It's so soggy. Because homeboy said to do a freaking half a cup. Could you imagine half a cup of butter, chat? I did a fourth of
Here's
what he
the
recommended.
did I
Flat
do it
croissant.
right test.
Definitely needs to cool to get like that like crispiness to it, so the caramel can like reharden. I'm convinced putting chocolate on it is for aesthetics and aesthetics only. I'll add a little bit of sprinkles. What do you think?
What do you think?
Okay, it is a really satisfying bite because it's like crunchy and like soft, and this is so bad for you, but it's so good. I really like it. The texture is really satisfying. This is a 10 out of 10, but like you shouldn't eat this, but it's really good. I think it helps that it's warm. I feel like if it was cool, it'd go to like an 8. Since it's still warm, this is like pretty freaking good. Better than normal croissant for what it is. Yeah, you gotta try this. A French man trying this TikTok. You don't like it?
It is not croissant, it is sacrilegious, it's gross.
It's good. Don't pretend like it's gross.
I don't know to say it's gross.
It is really good.
It's not very good, I say.
You're lying.
It's not a croissant, bro. But like, I mean, I guess you have like one of them shitty American croissants and you roll it out. That's probably better.
There's
but, like,
probably a better way
I
to
think
make
it's really
a flat
good. What did you give it
croissant.
out of 10?
I mean,
It's like
I
glazed.
just like,
Yeah. Isn't it kind of good?
better without the chocolate.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Or like
I
four.
like,
No
why?
way.
Just
do you mean?
why?
It's so
End
good.
of the day.
Out of 10?
Just not saying like the French.
Okay.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Not saying like the French, I'm sorry.
I think it's like a 10. I think it's good. Rice paper croissants. Are any of you familiar with this?
Today, I wanted to eat a croissant. So I went to a place that sells croissant. And I bought a croissant.
Oh, that looks awful. Okay, so it's rice paper. It looks like they put theirs in matcha, and then they layered it. They put white chocolate inside of it, maybe some sesame seeds or salt, and then matcha powder on top, and then they ate it. That looks really gross and soggy and nasty. All right, let's look at the other one.
Get 'em.
2 happy eggs. Okay. Some milk, some cinnamon, some vanilla, some sugar. Layer it. Cut it in triangles. Stack, roll.
You tap it for long enough, it'll eventually get
How
to
long
where
do
it
they
needs
bake
to
it
be.
for? That just does not look good, chat. But maybe it's amazing. Maybe it's amazing. Maybe it's amazing. We're gonna preheat our oven to 350. So first things first, they're making like a French toast cover. So I'm just gonna do a shallow bowl. No need to yell. Oh. So we're gonna take an egg. We're gonna open the egg. We're just gonna add this egg to the bowl. We're gonna do about like a half a cup of milk. I'm just gonna eyeball everything because this is how I make French toast. Is I just eyeball everything and I hope for the best. So that's what we're doing. I'm just gonna put some vanilla in here. It kind of has like it sounds like pee. I don't think I usually stupidest fucking thing I've ever did. Why did I do that for attention? That was so stupid. It looked like they used 3 pieces of rice paper, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3.
Why did I do
Dip this
that?
in. What are you doing? I'm massaging rice paper in a mix of egg and milk. What are you doing? So if you roll it up like this, so these outside ones
All
go
of
right
these have to
here,
be the
I
same
would
way,
presume.
otherwise they won't
get
lay right.
layered, and then we roll it, so then we get a croissant-like shape. Wow, look at her go. Ooh, she is gloopy. Going in the oven for 18 minutes, chat. Set your timers. Now, our rice paper croissant. Our rice paper croissant is out of the oven. It's definitely not as crispy as there was because I'm pretty sure they used an air fryer, but okay, it doesn't really have a good, okay, that kind of looks like a weird penis.
How would I? Yeah.
Okay. Oh. So it's definitely the texture of rice paper, which if you've ever had rice paper, it's like gooey. The outside is nice, but the inside is just goo. It feels more of like a struggle meal than it does like an actual treat. I'll give it a 3, but I don't think it's like worth it. I don't think it's very good. Like, just make a cookie. But I'm happy I got rice paper so I can make some spring rolls later this week. All right, ready, chat?
Cream cheese stuffed bagels from LA all over my social media, so you already know that I had to recreate this at home. After you slice up the bagel and pipe in lots of
Oh my
cream
god,
cheese,
I
it is
saw
time
this.
to
I
make
saw
a
this and I
delicious
want to make
buttery
it. Oh, I
sauce
want to make
with
it. I hope
garlic,
it's good. Oh, I
Parmesan
hope it's
cheese,
good.
and fresh parsley. Then dunk the bagel into that naughty sauce and brush over some more because why not? Then chuck it in the air fryer.
Why
for
does that
6
sound
minutes and
dirty?
enjoy.
What would we call this one? Viral stuffed bagel. Guys, of course this is gonna be good. It's bread and butter and cheese and garlic and like it's gonna be good. There's no way it's not good. This one's gonna be so good.
I've
Okay,
seen
there's
like
our melted
Korean
butter.
street
Okay,
food
let's definitely
videos
dump cheese.
that have.
Garlic, plop that
It's
bad
like
boy in there,
very
mix
similar
this all up. This is our bagel.
idea
Like
of
this. We have all of these things. They're not cut all the way through. You're gonna shove the cream cheese.
Look at
and
this.
then my butter mixture. There's no way this can be bad. Like it's covered in butter and garlic and cheese. People on TikTok are like, oh man, this is so good. It's like, yeah, butter, garlic, and cheese on literally anything. It'll taste good. Oh God, there's smoke. Chat, the bagel is bageled. Here is our stuffed
Oh my
bagel.
God.
It can't be bad. Yeah, it's amazing. Like it's just amazing. It's amazing
love
but
to
horrible
make it
for you.
fail.
Oh boy. 10 out of 10. This is just, I
Exactly.
mean, it's just good, but it's so bad for you. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping so much on the ground. The next one is the cucumber salad, everybody. Whoa, she's crazy. Wahoo. Oh, geez. There you go. That's the end of that game. That was fun while it lasted. Watch this. Shit, dude. Okay.
Okay, so we have our cucumbers. First, we wash with salt and water, and then I'm gonna drain these. Okay, so we do soy sauce, some rice wine vinegar, toasted sesame oil that I literally just went out and bought for this. Like, I'm very committed to this. Clove of garlic, but I'm doing minced garlic. Don't judge. Oh my God. Fucking kidding me? And then some chili oil. The Fly by Jing is like literally the best chili oil in the world. No, my mouth is watering. I don't think the recipe called for this, but I'm gonna do some toasted sesame seeds as well. Now we're gonna shake her up, which I'm not sure how well this is gonna work because this isn't like actually a lid. Ugh, I am so excited. Oh my God. Moment of truth. No, so much flavor, crunchy, spicy. I have been waiting forever to have these, and they
I
did
was
not
confused
disappoint,
why
let me
she was
just say.
saying no.
Okay. All right. Nobody has the measurements.
The loud
I
god
love
ma.
that. Okay, let's see if this is actually as good as everyone thinks it is.
What?
We're just gonna slice
Oh,
the
is that the
cucumber,
chili oil
take
that
the
you
butt off.
use?
No butts for us. MSG and garlic still. That was like some of the crunchies. I'll do some of the oil alone. Coots, get down. Coots, no, you can't do the dishes right now. They don't believe in child labor. My chat gets really mad at me when I make children work. I'm scared. I hope it tastes like Din Tai Fungs. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be so sad. If it does, I'm gonna be so happy. It has way too much soy sauce and way too much chili powder or chili oil. It's not bad though. I'm gonna give it, the recipe itself, I'm giving the recipe like a 3 out of 10 because it doesn't tell you anything. But the actual taste, I mean, I'll give it an 8. You did it wrong. It had no instructions, bitch. If I
Get
could
'em,
measure it right, I'm
cutie.
sure it tastes
Get 'em.
amazing, but it just kind of like, I added way too much chili oil. I added way,
Fly by Jing is so
too much of a lot
expensive.
of things. Chowder might have been onto something by saying add sugar because I think it would balance out a lot of the soy sauce. I'm moving the cucumber salad up to a 9 because I do keep thinking about it. Well, chat, today we obviously learned a lot of things about TikTok food trends. Not all of them are good, but some of them are some hidden gems. And Most of the hidden gems you shouldn't eat all the time. Besides the cucumber salad, that was pretty good. See you next time.
I love a cucumber salad. I love one. They're so good. All right. Hang on. Cancel. Hang on. All right, I made a brief playlist for today. Playlists called Strim Brain Rot. Boom.
Tis the dawn of crow brain. Sorry for the jump scare. Last year I
This
made
is Rachel
a mermaid
Maxey, my
look. I wasn't
girl.
super
I
duper
love
happy
her.
with it. I felt like my childhood
She's so
fantasies of
cool.
having a mermaid tail weren't fully fulfilled. And so here we are again. Take 2.
I love
being
her.
A grown-ass woman playing mermaids. So here's how this video is gonna go. My beloved Savannah Alexandra Art, she's gone ahead and designed our mermaids. She comes up in about a week. We are going to work on our mermaids separately at home, and then whatever is left to do when she comes up here, we'll work on that. I'm so excited. The amalgamation of playing mermaids in the pool or the open ocean. Although I'll be honest, I was more likely clinging to the sides of the pool pretending I was Spider-Man, but hey. So what does that mean? Need to break this video into different parts. Number 1, design. Although she has made the illustration, I want to break down the different pieces in kind of a flat image so I can figure out what I need to do. Number 2, the tail, because that is going to be the most time consuming. I want to make my tail from scratch.
We should have
It's
played
gonna
Mermaids
require
on
quite
the
a lot
road
of hot
trip.
glue and desperation.
Missed
Then I have to work on the
opportunity.
bodice and the shells, then the wig, then the ears, build the set. We've got quite a lot to, We've got quite a lot on our plate. Let's head over to design phase and see what our little mermaid goyle's gonna look like. That's right, my friends, we are going pastel once again. But we did decide that our goyles have a little bit of a darker lore where they use their shiny demeanor to lure in sailors, dispatch them, and steal their shiny stuff. Taking my own personal design, let's break this down. So first we've got the sparkly tail, which will be quite a lot of sequins formed into scales, iridescent fabric made into the fins, some shells for the bubbies, a rainbow wig that I'm going to steam curl into kind of vintagey waves, some mermaid fishy
Yes,
ears,
we do.
and then various accessories, lots of pearls, lots of scraps of fabric, lots of little gems that we're gonna make, and a little bit of hair chainmail. I am so ready to
Hair
do a
chainmail!
quitty sew-in. And with that, I think we should start on the tail because it's gonna take me the longest, and you know what that means. It's time to make myself uncomfortable with everyone's favorite plastic wrap and duct tape. And of course, my beautiful assistant. What would marriage be without wrapping your spouse in plastic wrap? I'm pretty sure it was in our vows. I promise to always wrap you in plastic wrap.
That's a good husband.
We tag teamed this because our brains are so big. I may have perhaps underestimated how immobile I would be after this.
I'm a little seal girl living in a real world.
Then I had my lovely assistant mark as best as he could 2 straight lines down each side, and then very carefully and very slowly release me.
Damn, she must have been so sweaty.
Now I have the pattern piece for the base of the tail. And now for the booty, I could not get it to lay flat, so I decided to cut 4 different pattern pieces. Still didn't really work. So I ended up cutting little darts just in those 2 back pieces. Normally I recommend a little bit more delicacy than this, but this is literally just the base of which I'm going to glue thousands of sequins on, so...
Okay. Okay.
It wasn't wasn't long before I realized the only way to get around in this was hopping or walking like a little Pixar character.
Alright, friends. So it begins. And by that, I mean the sequining. Let me tell you, I've got about 2,000 of these shiny scales. Very pretty. Ready? Excuse me. Can you believe? I'm gonna go ahead and say that this might be an accurate description of me at the end of this project. I'm allotting all day to do this. I know, you're very confused. I never sit on the stairs, huh? All right, bye. Each individual scale, heat form it to make it just a little bit more round and scale-like. I'm gonna make like the Goblin King and use this lovely glass ball because it won't stick to it, and do that about 2,000 times. But I'm actually kind of excited just to throw on a podcast or something and get to work. Now, as you saw, the base of the tail is complete. I need to stuff that so that it retains its shape. Start hot gluing in rows and I hope that they stick. I could sew this because they do have little teeny tiny sew holes, but I'm not gonna do that. What do I look like? The apple that Annie Milonakis hangs out with?
I hate myself.
All right, friends, let's get down to business.
Almost immediately, I foregoed using the glass ball and just used a very low heat setting on my heat gun. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight playing the part of my ankles is Pillow. Simply starting from the bottom, I just started hot gluing into rows.
Damn.
Oh, my baby.
And so, dear viewers, she continued and continued and continued, batch after batch. Some say if you really listen, you can still hear her using that heat gun. At this point, I wanted to try it on and make sure that I could bend, so I did a little flexibility test here. And after demonstrating my gymnastic-like flexibility, we moved on. Just between us besties, the only reason I didn't go insane during this project was because these were so sparkly and it kept my brain entertained. Please let this be the last batch. Please.
Okay.
It is done. This looks like a really weird Tinder profile pic.
And up. And
The
up.
tail is finally done. She's pretty bendy, which is nice. Whoa there.
No.
So this is about 900-ish sequins.
Okay.
And I'm not done yet because while this makes my crow brain very happy, now I have to do the bodice, which thankfully is much less square footage than the tail. I'm not gonna heat them first. What I'm gonna do is just glue them directly on and then hit it with the heat gun to form them all together. These smaller sequins, and they're like a little bit more see-through. I think I'm gonna use these up top and then gradually make my way down back to these big ones so that it kind of flows together. I still have to make the shells, the bubby shells. We're getting there.
Bubby shells.
More hot glue.
Cinch it, girly.
Oh my god. I realized I should have started from the bottom, so I quickly pivoted and started doing that, and then went wild and crazy with the glue gun.
Okay.
Oh! Ta-da! It's done!
still need to do the shells. But guess who's here? Here, I'll play you in. Okay. Savannah!
Right here. Hello. Savannah's here. It's me. We have a few days to finish up everything. On the docket is going to the craft store so we can find accessories to just smack onto our costumes.
And our ears.
Yes.
Yes. Look at this.
Sure thing.
That's it.
I'm sure when we walk that's done. When we walk into the craft store, I'm sure we will remember what we need to get. But until then, we'll sink down. Ready? 1, 2.
What are we doing?
We're sinking. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, sinking. I thought you meant sinking like S-Y and C.
We're sinking. That's what everyone on the Titanic did. 1, 2, 3. These two ladies took a trip down to Craft Town, featuring my last time ever to Joanne Fabrics. So of course we had to pay our respects. Aww.
R.I.P. Big time. R.I.P.
Instead of buying new pearls, we headed to the thrift store, and I'm so glad we did because we found the mother lode. Then it was back home to start working on our checklist of all these different teeny little details that needed to be added. I also added this little piece up front to hide my feet, sort of like a little manatee. That was completely Savannah's idea, and it really, really helped.
Oh, smart.
Not much order here. I literally just started gluing little tendrils of iridescent fabric and cutting it to look a little bit more like a kind of like a betta fish tail. And then because the iridescent fabric that I had kind of stood up on its own, I was able to just hot glue it right onto the tail, and it kind of looked like fins automatically. This evening just consisted of sharing crafting tools and quoting memes just over and over and over again.
Oh, Princess! Hello, Princess!
Eventually, it was time to work on the ears, which I took these cheapo little elf ear things, heated up and attached some Warbler to give it a base, and then we decided the general design was going to look like this, where we took that iridescent fabric, just glued it right onto it, making a little pocket so we could slip our ears in, cover that with some sequins to help glue it to our faces after. And we did this mostly in a Patreon live stream where I learned some important things about myself.
Oh, really? It's clear for you? You might need glasses, girl. I have like hawk eyes. Yeah. I think that's just what normal eyes are supposed to be like.
No way. After the live stream, we cleaned up the shape a little to make it a little bit more fishy, and then started brushing them with pan pastel to make them a little bit more green. And I did purple around the tips. Then it was time to steam curl the wig, which if you see my chapel roan but make it vintage, I did pretty much the same method. I just take my little metal rollers and pin them in rows. Until I essentially had what looked like a founding father's wig if they were going to a drag show. Then it was steaming time, baby. And listen, normally when I smack a wig with this steam, you can kind of see the plastic hairs contract and it tells me it's working. This was not doing that, so I think it was a little bit more of a heat-resistant wig. So I was not super confident that it was even going to work, but you'll see. And it is time for the booby cups.
The
It was
booby
just
cups.
a cheap shell bra for like a Halloween costume, but it was the perfect size and shape. Just had to patch up these little holes that it had. Oh, also make sure you invert record painting the shells. I'm really good at this.
Whoops. Yeah. Like stand back to back, maybe? Yeah. Tough. Ready. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
It was time to make the gems, so we took that little mold that we got at Michael's, filled it up with resin. Savannah taught me how to color it, which blew my mind.
Mixy. Pretty. It's magic.
I want to do more stuff with resin. Chainmail, how's it going? It's going
Set
good.
it with my little heat lamp. We did this a couple times because it was a little thicker.
Really good.
Wow.
also realized it needed a little casing, so I whipped one up out of hot glue. It looked okay.
Just gonna scrunch it.
I'm just gonna scrunch it.
It's, as someone who's been doing it since Sunday, it's hard. It's really hard.
Ready?
I'm mailing them to myself.
You're pretty good at it.
Hopefully they will actually, I will get it done by
Category
this weekend to wear to
is
Renfrew.
on her
We'll
way
see.
to steal your sailor. On your way to steal
is progress,
your
though.
sailor. On. Yep. Oh no, there she goes! Oh no. Keep them locked away. Warm. I told you! Okay, I put the zipper on and it fits, which is good. It comes up pretty. Yeah, mine doesn't. I have to be like,
It's so
I don't think I can
hard.
wear pants. You can wear pants. I think I have to raw dog it.
You're gonna raw dog your mermaid
I
tail?
have to raw dog
You
my
sure you got
mermaid.
that information on the internet?
He did it. He did it. High five.
This is the top. It's my little necklace. Huh? I made a little hair chainmail.
It's so hard.
Right between the rollers. We're gonna go get massages. And then we're gonna come back and set up
I need
our
a massage.
grotto.
Oh my
Rachel's
God.
never had a massage
I've never had a massage in my entire
in
life.
her entire life. And when she said that, I was like, pause. We're getting massages. And Rachel was like, good, because I have had a knot in my back for like 8,000 years.
We need that deep tissue massage so they can reach in the back and grab the knot, pull it out like Indiana Jones. Kalima! It's fun filming with you because, look, it's perfect for you, but let's go get lunch and a massage.
2 hours later.
Doesn't it sound awesome?
fit a lot of butts on
I
this
haven't had a
bad boy.
massage in
Yeah, we
years,
just had our
and
massages.
I
Feel
need
good. Turns out my back was not one big knot, but many tiny little knots. It was like one of those examples of
amount
sailor
of
knots that they
knots
have
in,
at
like,
museums.
my
That was my back.
Now we're ready to shrimp it.
Bam.
Like this.
Just Uno reverse the entire massage that we just got.
Pick up everything from like your back.
Only your back.
Only.
Never your knees.
Never your knees like like that.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh
We
my
have
god, oh my god,
rocks.
please.
Backdrop. A box full of things that we may probably have spent too much money on. Grotto plants.
These.
Cat and nine tails. Oh, underwater lamp. Genuine. 1 kilo of moss.
Well, let the cops find it.
Fake lily pads. Rope. More rope. A trick that I learned from my dearest Olivia. Mylar. When laid on the ground, reflects back up and looks like water. We got these things to stick the fake plants into. Throw on some jams and
You're gonna say throw on some jazz.
throw on some jazz. Get a little jazz trance.
Never do that to a man when he's in a jazz trance.
Let's freaking go. Gonna be mermaids. Let's freaking go.
Is this gonna be a whole chainmail breastplate? No. I really haven't told anyone necessarily what I'm doing.
No birds be like.
I am. Rachel, stop. I am making this right now is going to be the belt of a skirt. Let me see if I can. One sec. Let's see. I think I should have something on Pinterest where I can show it. My Pinterest is all chainmail right now. Oh my god. Where? Ooh, that would be a cute top. it's a popular style. It's essentially gonna be a belt. Ah, here we go. I can show this. Like this. Yeah, it shouldn't be louder than me, but it being kind of loud is not surprising. Okay, I edited. I adjusted the volume. But yeah, so it's gonna look like this, kind of triangle-y and pointy. Yeah. It is so difficult, especially when it's like, this is a scene that I haven't played audio outside of my like self and Spotify before. So watching YouTube videos is not the usual. Actually, I could probably up my gain a little bit too, since it's not right in my mouth. That should be fine. All right. Yeah, that's good. Let me see where we have window. Oh, window captures all the way up. Yeah, 100%. Let me know how, oh, this is so gonna be loud compared to me. There.
Forgotten treasures. Like
That should be good.
Oh wait, what about some of these pauldrons or whatever? Because we killed some guys.
Good. Okay. Good.
Whoa. Is this too morbid? No. All right. Oh dang. Wait, what? Do you have any other bones or arms?
I do have arms, but I think that's a little.
What if we just keep the arm right from behind there?
It'd be a little like a Easter egg, you know?
I don't know about this.
I know.
Good.
About it.
I haven't touched it since I started playing the video.
They
So.
just got caught.
We decided it was a little too much.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. Are you wanna look?
Oh. It looks so watery.
Shall we?
We shall. Good.
What are
Good.
we
Good.
shelling?
But first, it was time to see if the curling actually worked on that wig.
Can you imagine if I didn't edit my videos?
It's just this.
Each section was like 50 minutes long.
Just quiet.
Just quiet, no noise.
We're not talking.
My consensus on this is that it sort of worked. It definitely didn't take the curls like some of the other wigs that I've done, but it gave it a really nice, pretty wave, and that's all I really wanted anyways. And with that, my friends, we are
Waves
ready
are
to
more
dive
mermaidy
into the
anyways.
pearlescent deep.
It's happening. It's happening. Oh, she looks so good. They both look so good.
Ta-da! Ooh-wee! It is done. I am going to keep this wrap up short and sweet. I know I always say that, but truly, I leave for New Zealand tomorrow, and I have not finished my Xena costume, so. But yes, playing mermaids as an adult with my bestie was fulfilled. I feel so freaking happy about it. To be honest, a little too happy. This is one of those that we spent so long making it, and I really, really love how it came out. Just kind of sad it's over, and I don't get to keep being a mermaid. Ain't that just adult life? I just love this set
That is
so
adult
much.
life.
It makes me sad that when I come back, I'm just gonna have to clean this all up. And then my mermaid, there she is. She's beautiful. She's so swooshy and shiny, held up and fit and moved, absolutely gooped that this worked. I feel like that might just be my catchphrase of 2025, but it could be worse, so I'll take it. I feel like it didn't even properly translate onto film how iridescent and how beautiful and shiny this is. You really kind of just have to see it in person. It's also hard to capture the length of it in a video, especially with 2 people. We had so much fun, even though at one point, before I put my tail on, I went upstairs to get sandbags and I marved myself, AKA I stepped on a nail in the stairway and was bleeding everywhere. We're good, but underneath my mermaid tail in that reveal, I had bandages that Nick came out and patched me up. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. It's been a while since I've done, I guess, like an original design. Huge thanks to Savannah for working with me on this and designing. You, I believe, can buy sticker sheets in her shop.
So
really
cute.
Slipped this one into Mermaid. In fact, when is this gonna come out? I think the literal last day of May. Oh, we still have one more day of May. I did it, guys. That doesn't sum me up. I don't know what does. I am going to get to work. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, feel free to subscribe. I upload every
other Friday, and we have fun here.
And I will see you.
Can you
in
tell
the next
I've
video.
watched her for a long
Bye.
time? Such a long time.
I go crazy when I have to film more than one video in a day.
Not me trying to remember the lyrics of the Andy Milonakis theme song. I'm like shampoo bottles that sit on my lappy. I think it's I hang out with an apple who loves self-loathing.
I hang out with an apple who loves self-loathing.
Yep, I was right. I like that one. That's a good one, actually.
You lied to me. You said you wear your shoes in here. You were like, this isn't a problem for me with all these pins all over the floor. I always wear shoes. And then you just kicked off your shoes. There's pins all over the floor.
Don't expose me.
That's my house, I swear.
I'm the sassy one.
You thought I hate you.
Definitely the playful one.
You thought I just guessed it? I feel like you're lying. You're being a liar, Newt.
Get some brunch at the golf course with your friend Meredith. Clutch your pearls, buddy.
Yes. A liar you are. All right, what's next? Ooh, it's a Sophia. It's a Sophia video.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another video. Today, we're gonna be
she looks
taking you guys
amazing.
to spend 24 hours at
She looks like a
Dollywood.
spooky
And yes,
cowboy.
we are gonna be
I wanna
attempting
look
to
like a
eat
spooky
slice
cowboy.
Of the 25
Oh my
pound
God.
apple pie. Further context will be provided later. In 1986, world-famous music sensation Dolly Parton bought a stake in the Silver Dollar City
Also,
amusement
I
park
wanna
in
go
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee,
to
with the goal of
Dollywood.
bringing a world-class attraction to her hometown in the Smoky Mountains. And the park was then reopened for the 1986 season and all following as Dollywood. Now, we all know Dolly Parton for having some serious beef with a redhead named Jolene, running the best little whorehouse in Texas, and being a musical genius, able to compose songs by just the beat of her acrylic nails.
She's
and I
so
would say pretty much
cool.
everyone loves Dolly Parton. If you have a problem with Dolly, you have your own problems.
Dollywood
And I've
bangs,
known that
Silver Dollar
Dollywood,
City is
the Dolly
evil.
Parton theme
Okay.
park has existed for a long time.
Dollywood.
But I've never been, and I can't say I totally know what all is supposed to be in there. And even after watching some of the Dollywood content that's out there, I still don't really know. But I do know people really like it. So in order to get to the bottom of this, we decided we had to go and check it out ourselves, and spend way more than just 9 to 5, 24 hours actually, eating, thrilling, and being
Actually,
merry,
Brands-
and
oh,
attempting to
Missouri.
unravel for any equally curious Dolly Parton fans, what is it really like at Dollywood? And yes, also, try and tackle the giant apple pie. But before we stuff our face, I do want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Opera, the faster, safer, while at the searching, fixate, use browser, or a plane, and of downward in AI. Opera, it's totally free. Just use my link in the description below to Dolly. So we made our way
Alright.
into the Smoky Mountains to follow our Dollywood dreams. And one thing I will say about Pigeon Forge, besides being surrounded by beautiful rolling hillside, is that it's kind of a scene up there. There's like a giant Titanic museum, a Hollywood wax museum complete with a giant King Kong at the entrance.
Oh, there is a King Kong. Did you know that? And a Mount Rushmore.
A Hatfield and McCoy dinner show, a Margaritaville Island Plaza. It was a lot more than I expected.
Oh my god, not Alcatraz of the East.
What does that even mean?
But our destination was Dollywood, and to get to see and eat everything that we wanted to, we needed to start our 24 hours right when the park opened at 10 a.m.
All right, so we're at Dollywood right now. They just opened the gates,
cooking!
so people are flooding in.
And my first impression, honestly, was that I was pretty impressed. Part of me thought that it might be like a bigger version of one of Dolly's pirate musical dinner shows or something, but it's a pretty sizable theme park with a lot of pretty big roller coasters you can see from different areas of the park and 11 different
I can make a U!
areas. We were currently in Show Street, the land right at the entrance of the park, which is where the bakery that sells the giant apple pie is located.
The pie we are coming back for. We're gonna come back around for the pie. We can't end our day at 9 a.m.
And instead, we're gonna head over to Jukebox Junction first to start our day off with a roller coaster.
So, it's gonna be exciting.
I love
It's gonna be
roller
an exciting next few months.
Two quick things to note. One, we filmed this during the Harvest Festival.
So, it won't be October when this video comes out, but it is currently October. And that is the reason for the season, okay?
Autumnal, baby.
And also, yes, I am in some Dollywood-inspired attire.
Hell yeah.
This is a custom outfit I got for the occasion from Jukebox Mama on Instagram.
Oh my god.
I am not Dolly back.
That was so bad.
I did forgo a pair of cowboy boots since we had a full day of walking ahead of us.
But there is hat potential later on. Okay?
Hat potential.
Sell hats. So a hat could be added to the ensemble at some point.
But after passing a giant pumpkin pyramid and some legitimate giant pumpkins and also some early contenders for cowgirl hats.
Oh, I said hat potential later on, but hat potential. And this is like the first kiosk.
We crossed into Jukebox Junction. Now, Jukebox Junction is a 1950s themed area inspired by Dolly's youth during that time.
Can you see good?
Oh, damn. Wordplay.
Dolly's got puns.
And besides being generally 1950s chrome, it features a retro-themed Red's Drive-In restaurant, a rockin' roadway ride, and the lightning rod coaster, sticking out of the side of the mountain.
Oh, damn.
I think I'm getting
Not expect right away is that these Dollywood roller coasters are not messing around. Our guide told us that even the most hardcore roller coaster enthusiasts hold Dollywood in high regard.
Apparently this is one of the more intense, a thrill seeker's favorite roller coaster at Dollywood, and we're doing it first thing. So, I guess let's get on it, shall
Are
we?
you guys roller coaster people or not?
Themed after 1950s hot rods, the lightning rod races both refreshingly and exhilaratingly through the fresh mountain air at 73 miles per hour and features a nice 165-foot drop.
Oh.
And this is definitely a more high-octane ride than you'd find at like Disneyland or Universal Studios.
Wow. Not at all. Like mechanically, I understand it's safe, but I have a fear of falling. Oh, yeah. That type of adrenaline's not it for you. Fuck with roller coasters. I fuck hard with roller coasters too.
And though Tyler's hair
The
was
adrenaline
certainly
rush.
a casualty of the lightning rod,
Actually, the roller coaster kind of blew your hair into like a 50s shape.
Yeah.
You kind of like have a mid-century Jukebox Junction vibe.
Yeah.
it was surprisingly the perfect way to start the day.
That was pretty intense.
That was very intense.
I'm shaking, but I feel good. Actually, I would recommend
I'm
you start most
shaking, but I
on
feel
roller
good.
coaster.
Yeah.
I feel like now I'm like loosened up a little bit.
So check coffee.
But next up, we needed some breakfast because we still had like 23 hours left to go.
That's us. Looks great.
We're like just clenching.
I want an adrenaline.
Okay, so next up we
Adrenaline
headed
rush. I'll
over
eat
to
a
Rivertown
peanut and
Junction
use
to
my
do a little
EpiPen.
eating.
Too
Dollywood has a lot of famous
expensive.
foods, and most of the other Dollywood videos I've seen have actually been about the food specifically, so I wanted to get some of those delectable Dollywood snacks into my mouth. Starting off with this giant skillet.
Does it have another name? I'm not sure. But it's a giant skillet. And I've seen it in a couple other Dollywood videos, and I was drawn to it. Almost
Holy
inexplicably,
fuck.
but at the same time,
obviously. This thing is impressively large even in person, and apparently the skillet master Cricket has been working at Dollywood since the day it opened, so she knows what she's doing with that giant skillet.
Big skillet. Huge!
And because it is Harvest Festival time, there is a special Harvest succotash on the menu, which is packed full of fall vegetables like butternut squash, Brussels sprouts, and lightly spiced sausage, all stir-fried obviously. Very comforting. Kind of like simple, but like needed. You know?
Yeah.
You need some vegetables? Yeah, I kind of do. It is a pretty straightforward dish, and it doesn't taste super complex, but it is hearty and warm and lightly charred. A pretty good showing from the giant skillet.
These are probably my favorite part, actually. These little onions. They're almost like popping boba.
Small onions or popping boba?
You decide.
Now, just a few steps down the road from the big skillet is an iconic Dollywood snack, the kettle corn from Country Cooker's Kettle Corn, which is a must-get. Actually, not as large of a skillet, but another large skillet.
The theme of the section is skillet.
The theme of the section is large iron pan. And though I wouldn't say I am the biggest kettle corn fan, I was an instant fan of Kettle Corn Master Rick. Oh my god, the tactical gear, yes.
That is amazing.
I feel like I could use some tactical popcorn gear.
Yeah.
Right? Though the gear is not just for intimidation factor, as apparently the kernels can pop up to 5 feet out of the kettle.
5 feet?
So it's more of a kettle corn battle than you would expect.
Thank you so much.
He ain't back a salt corn.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Making it rain!
Let's go! And I'm not trying to simp for Rick here, but this is potentially a notch above other kettle corn I've tried. Honestly, to me, kettle corn
She
makes
can't be the
more
biggest
sense
kettle corn
Yeah.
fan
It was
because
warm,
I'm
sweet, and
the
oily,
biggest kettle
but still
corn
very
fan, of
light, and I could
course.
potentially taste a little bit of that kettle. There's like a little bit of like char, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I never really put together the kettle component of the kettle corn.
You forgot about the kettle.
Yeah, I forget. I always sleep on the kettle.
It's almost as important as the corn. But in order to avoid turning this video into 24 hours of kettle corn munching.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're just munching right now.
Well,
You want to show me into the bag and then we can keep going?
I don't know. Could do a video.
We had to move on to our next stop.
Tyler did most of the damage, but we ate most of it already.
That's what it's there for.
Let's go.
After our snack intermission, we power strolled through the rest of Rivertown
larger
Junction, named for all
you.
of the water around here, I think, past a few literally 1,000-pound giant pumpkins. Imagine sending in your 500-pound pumpkin and thinking it was going to be big enough, okay? Because it's not. Past this recreation of Dolly's childhood Tennessee mountain home, and also past a very glitzy and glam gift shop, which it was hard not to stop and shop at.
I said I wasn't sure about cowboy boots all day at Dollywood, but these are pretty awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't.
That's a
Those
lot of
don't
shimmer.
count.
Before we veered to the right,
Those don't
to get to our
count as
next
cowboy
land on the map,
boots?
the village. There is a county fair area below here, which is like a kids' carnival ride area, but we're here on this
I
side
love
of
those
the park for the
swings.
Dollywood Express, which is a coal-fired steam train which takes you on a 5-mile journey around the foothills of the Smoky Mountains.
A lot of my hairline in this video.
Basically around the circumference of the entire park, giving you a preview of some of the other lands
Boom.
and coasters to come.
Boom!
Is that Jolene?
And I will say it is pretty cute and calming and authentic, as the engine does blow off cinders into the air.
I actually noticed, I took some detail shots. I
Yeah.
do notice some cinders.
Yeah.
I think one did enter the eye, but I'm okay.
Right.
It was not a medical emergency.
Yes.
The train conductor did
was
specifically
not
say
a
that
medical
cinder in the eye was not a medical emergency, and please not to pull the emergency line or else.
I was not going to pull the string under any circumstances.
Thank you.
But after our 20-minute ride on the Dollywood Express, despite being pretty cindered, I could still see, and I was ready to see, more of the park.
Oh, it smells incredible.
I'm smelling stuff.
Yeah.
I smell different smells from all directions. Cinnamon and barbecue sauce.
Next up on the map was Craftsman's Valley, which is the main area that features Dollywood's signature local artisans and craftsmen, both to showcase their talents and also so guests can participate in the making of a craft of their choosing. There's a glass-blowing installation, they have a blacksmith, they have a leathersmith, they have a candle-making shop.
Which I feel like seems like the natural fit for us, but we're actually doing another different wax-themed activity activity later. We're actually here to eat and see the birds.
The birds.
Just to satisfy my curiosity, we did try a pumpkin spiced rib from Miss Lillian's barbecue corner, which was nice, smoky, and tangy, but I wasn't sure if I could actually detect any pumpkin.
Imagine a pumpkin spice latte, back out the latte. Is there any of that flavor? Carry the one.
Mostly meat, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say mostly smoked meat.
But the must-try in Craftsman's Valley is the cinnamon bread, which is a Dollywood classic made fresh daily in this fully functional grist mill.
Is it like a Roman aqueduct? Like, what's going on here?
Which is an exact replica of a water-powered mill, as it would have been in the 1800s, when people in the Smoky Mountains relied on them to grind corn and wheat.
Oh, it smells incredible.
It smells so good. You can smell it.
And this cinnamon bread does smell amazing.
Oh, wow.
I
But
want
once
that
you're
bread.
confronted with it head on, it is a pretty formidable hunk of marinated bread.
Oh, and there's a pool of something at the bottom.
It looks like butter.
Could be drenched in butter.
But I can confirm the flavor is great.
Whoa, I do believe it's butter. Oh, hold on. That was very amazing, but also just butter.
Yeah.
Let me try the other side.
Yeah, dig in deeper.
It's warm, fluffy, very sweet and sugared cinnamony.
Oh, wow. The head pivot.
Unbelievable.
But I was glad that at the base, you could still taste that it was bread under there and not like cake or pastry. So there was some grounding to the whole thing.
It's like shades of the Cinnabon without the complete cream overload.
Right. No frosting, bread.
And though it is a very rich and decadent snack, that didn't stop me from going back in for a second piece.
I think I'm starting to have a pretty good time at Dollywood.
Disgusting things.
I swear
Yeah.
it's a TikTok trend.
Oh, okay. Sam goes, let me slide in, I want to take another line. And that's what she comes back with.
Okay, what's next?
After our off-camera hands had had their fill of cinnamon bread, we ran into Miss Lillian, aka the Chicken Lady, who is one of the only roaming face characters at Dollywood.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's chicken paparazzi everywhere today.
Oh, she's
But unlike
cute.
for somewhere like Disney or Universal, I don't think there are multiple actors who play her. I believe there is only one Miss Lillian, and she is not based on anyone from Dolly's life, but is her own very vibrant character.
Y'all, look at here. I think we need a chicken interview. Oh,
I have to be honest, I was at least one step behind on the chicken improv.
that's a weird girl. Let me tell you a story about Sophia.
Okay. Bok, bok.
And my chicken dance did leave a bit to be desired.
Oh, she's a chicken influencer. Makes me want to go.
But I will happily accept the title of chicken influencer. Although it did seem like she was one step away from giving that title to Tyler instead.
What's your beauty secret?
Fast roller coasters.
Oh, that's true. It'll fluff you up real good.
Though influenced by Miss Lillian, I did decide it was finally time to find a hat.
Yes,
I picked one up at the Valley
time.
Hat Shop a little bit up the pathway.
An option, right? An option.
Though there were quite the variety of hats for sale here.
Let's give Joe exotic.
Oh, exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, perfect.
I decided to go with this one with the sort of winged up brim.
This one's kind of cute.
Oh, I like that.
I like the exaggerated side flip.
Yeah.
I feel like in its own way it's kind of witchy, which is what put it over the edge for me, and at some point in the video, I will start wearing it for good.
I have to decide when I want to begin having full-on hat hair in this video.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. It might start now. The hat hair might start now.
Now, our next stop is technically still in Craftsman's Valley, even though we are winding our way up the right edge of the park here.
You can see the giant owl in the distance, right?
Yeah.
We're approaching the birds. The birds are coming.
Yes, next up is Dollywood's Eagle Mountain Sanctuary, which is actually home to the country's largest collection of non-releasable American bald eagles, as well as a bunch of other birds.
Look at them all sitting there.
They are bald.
Dolly is a big fan of everything Smoky Mountains, including their birds of prey. She and I have that in common because as I have the wingspan of a turkey vulture, I do feel a special connection to them.
We're gonna get to meet a bird.
Yeah. You're hoping for an owl.
I don't know. We'll see.
First up on the glove was Challenger. Who is actually
I don't know
a famous bald eagle.
if I'd wanna
a
do
bird
that.
influencer, if you will.
He reminds me a lot of my cat, so I'm having to really control the impulse, just be like,
Oh yeah, to pet. Well, he might just pet your back, and we don't want that. So.
And as a lowly chicken influencer, I was pretty in awe to be in his presence. Though at 35 years old, he is now retired.
Are you anti-bird? Well, here's the thing. No, they're just
Over the
weird.
years, he's flown in commercials, over NASCAR races, and even NFL games.
Has he been to an Eagles game?
Yes. So he was the Philadelphia Eagles mascot there for a little while.
He was the Eagle.
Yeah. He was the Eagle.
Yeah.
Tyler's probably seen him before then.
And I've been crossing my fingers all day that we might get to meet an owl, and then suddenly Buster appeared, who was amazing and extremely tiny and an eastern screech owl.
Oh my god.
He's so cute. This one also looks like my cat.
He lost his eye after being hit by a car, but with the one eye he had remaining, he was surveying us quite intensely.
He does look like Cosmo.
How you doing?
He literally is camouflaging into the background. I'm like, where is he?
And though Buster may not be a bird influencer like
Please,
Challenger,
please,
he is famous
Oh.
to me.
He's totally posing.
There's also some bird living quarters right behind the bird theater.
There are some more birds
Rick.
over here. I think this is like their house. Sadly, the turkey vulture, not in the building today, but there is another owl named Desi, and he's looking a little sassy right now.
I was very happy to see Desi, though I hope he was not so disgusted with us that he involuntarily vomited.
Oh my god! Is he about to cough up a hairball or is he yawning? Oh my god, he's totally about to cough up a hairball. Hi!
Oh, he definitely just swallowed it.
Oh, he's so cat.
Now, kind of glossing over Owen's Farm to the left, which is another one of the 11
Okay.
lands, we rounded the corner in the back of the park to enter our next land, Wilderness Pass.
Ooh, spooky.
I don't think it's quite yet, but at some point, the spooky lights come on.
And on the horizon appeared a very intimidating sight,
Look at that roller coaster.
That's what we're doing.
I know.
We're doing that one.
I'm excited.
the Wild Eagle roller coaster, which was technically our next stop.
He said, look at those claws.
I know. Go birds.
The Wild Eagle is America's first wing coaster, where you, the rider, are basically suspended from the end of this giant eagle's wing with your legs dangling in the air.
That's gonna be us.
It'll be fine, right? I'm not gonna re-meet that cinnamon bread, am I?
You might.
And initially, I thought that I could embody the spirit of Challenger, upgrade myself to a birdfluencer, and fly like an eagle, but the whole feet dangling thing really freaked me out, actually. And I ended up having to close my eyes for the entire ride.
That one was too scary for me.
That was fast.
I didn't like the no feet thing. I couldn't keep my eyes open. Tyler apparently did keep his eyes open.
Yes.
And pointed
Double pointed.
at the camera, maybe.
Once on the drop and once on the loop.
Okay, you're not showing them your hair enough. Tyler looks like the owl.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like the owl?
Screeching owl.
And in addition to wrecking Tyler's hair, this ride also produced one of the most unflattering images of me of all time.
A lot of smiles being had there.
Thoroughly shaken up, we passed some lounging pumpkins and made our way to our next activity at the Hansville Wax Company.
I promised a wax activity, right?
Yes.
As the name implies, at Hansville, you basically just make a wax cast of your hand, which was enough of a sell for me.
I like the tactile element, so I chose this.
Yes.
And surveying their past work, I quite liked the Quiet Coyote and the Grope, but in the end decided to go for the classic rock and roll hands.
Don't move. 1, 2, 3.
And basically, the way the molding works is that the attendant alternates dipping your hand into the hot paraffin wax and then into the ice water.
Ooh, yeah, I felt
Oh
the
my
part
god,
of
I
it.
want to do that.
Oh, yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
Oh my god, I want to do
build up
that.
a layered wax mold.
That's so cool.
You can wash your hands.
Nice. Oh my god, Ty, look.
Then they dip that into your choice of colored wax to give it some flair and fill it up with
So
paraffin
cool.
pellets. And voila, you have a wax replica of your hand.
That's pretty cool.
I kind of love it, actually.
It's my hand.
Wow.
Cute.
2 right hands, wait.
Thing from the Addams Family vibes intensify.
It's my disembodied hand.
So with our hand in hand, we headed through the rest of Wilderness Pass, deep into the back part of the park.
I feel like we've officially reached the point where I would say
Oh my god.
Dollywood's pretty big,
Yeah.
right? Like, I feel like we've advanced. Like, this is a new extra area of the park, right?
Keeps going.
It does keep going.
This land in the far back here is called Wildwood Grove and is the newest land in Dollywood, having opened in 2019. It's kind of a kid-oriented family fun area, but it is very pretty back here, and weaving around the whole land is the track of the Big Bear Mountain Coaster, which is the longest ride at Dollywood with over 3,900 feet of track.
Okay, this is the roller coaster in question.
Yes.
We're doing this one.
Yes.
People are screaming, but it doesn't look as bad. Huh?
No.
There aren't a lot of drops or hills, but don't let the low altitude deceive you. It is pretty fast and exhilarating, and operates kind of like a Hot Wheels track. Ooh. Where there are like accelerators throughout that blast you through the nice evening mountain air. It was, however, unintimidating enough for me to finally also keep my eyes open and attempt to point at our cameraman on the ground.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is he?
However, I would be surprised if I pointed in the right direction even once.
Okay.
That one was the best.
Yeah, that was good.
Mostly fun, not very scary.
No.
Not scary farms. Only Dollywood. Wholesome fun.
Now, to complete our park loop, we headed back through Wildwood Grove and down Timber Canyon, which is sort of like the back alley that will take you back to the front of the park. There are a few coasters and a pretty big drop ride back here, but we were pretty singularly focused on seeing all the pumpkins, because this is also where the Great Pumpkin Luminites Walk was. Although I think technically we were going through it backwards, I did enjoy the flock of grinning jack-o'-lanterns, the lit-up pumpkin alleyway, and the pumpkin discotheque.
Go disco?
Here we go. Rave pumpkin, rave pumpkin. I hope she plays Hot to Go.
Yeah.
It's a pumpkin rave.
And after passing the signature Dolly giant butterfly made of pumpkins, we were back where we had started at Show Street.
We have saved the Dolly paraphernalia and the pie for last.
Now, though I would say there is definitely some Dolly theming throughout the park, it's a little bit less in your face than you might think from the name Dollywood, but there is one region of the park right below Show Street that is 100% Dolly, the Dolly Parton experience.
Ooh. Do you perhaps see that giant purple thing?
I do.
That's where we're going.
Yes.
That.
Yeah.
Which is an area that houses the sort of Dolly museum aspects of the park. Inside this giant purple butterfly building is an exhibit called Song Teller.
That hair. Iconic.
Which takes you through Dolly's life from her childhood in Locust Ridge, Tennessee, onto Nashville, and eventually the world stage, as well as highlights her current philanthropic work.
Books, birds, butterflies, Battlestar Galactica. That's a lot of books, man.
That's a lot of books. Wow, yeah.
She's
There's also
so
another
great.
exhibit called Behind the Seams, which houses many iconic Dolly outfits and wigs.
Oh my god.
You can tell Dolly is short and stacked.
As well as a recreation of Dolly's tour bus as it would have been when she was traveling the country on tour. And after soaking it all in, I did feel pretty ready to head back to our hotel, but we promised everyone some pie. So we swung by the Spotlight Bakery in Show Street near the entrance, which sells the famous 25-pound apple pie, baked to perfection in a cast iron skillet.
Wow.
Now, we had absolutely no delusions of being able to eat 25 pounds of apple pie.
Actually, there's weight to this.
So we ordered a 3-pound slice of apple pie to go, which was still pretty insane looking in its sizable box.
Holy shit.
God. Oh my god. What is this? Pie for giants? Actually, I feel like an American Girl doll. Like, I feel like I'm an American Girl doll. This is like a human-sized piece of cake.
And with our box of pie under my arm, we passed through the Dollywood Emporium on our way to the exit.
It's a vest for your doggy, Parton.
And then it was out into the crisp night to hike over
That
to the
looks
trolley
so
stop,
yummy.
which would take us back to our hotel.
Pie.
I'm sitting above the wheel. There's no room for you here, actually.
Yeah.
You need your own thing.
I'll sit there.
Now, we were staying at the Dreammore Resort, which is one of 2 official Dollywood hotels, which I think is supposed to have sort of like a Dolly's house kind of vibe, and it's quite nice overall.
Oh, come on in.
Oh, yeah.
In the room, there are some nice themed touches. It's not too overt, but there are some butterflies, some guitars, some more butterflies.
That's also a butterfly.
Well, yeah.
This also.
And a glamorous dressing room style vanity.
Ooh, I like that.
The lighting is super nice, like vanity lighting.
That's great.
Like, I'm in my tour bus, this is my vanity lighting. Me and my pie.
But we weren't here just to crash, as it was time to crack open our pie box and confront our destiny.
I'm trying to not tear it while also providing a view of the amount of apples in here.
That's a lot of apple.
That's so much apple.
Now this thing is f***ing crazy, and it's almost a challenge in itself to figure out how to construct a good bite.
I gotta extract some crust and then potentially spear a few apples, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, this is my bite.
But after some investigative forking and surveying and biting,
Cinnamony.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I actually think this pie has the right amount of apples, because if it had more crust, it would just be like a brick.
I mean, it's pretty good actually. Actually, I'm getting some sugar. Actually, I like it.
And once Tyler cracked into it,
Actually?
Oh, that's surprisingly refreshing. That's really fruit.
he seemed like he was happy to graze on it for the next couple of hours.
You know what? It's kind of like a Chicago-style pizza.
Oh, it really is.
Right?
Yeah.
And after about 14 hours and 20,000 steps at Dollywood, our doggy partons were barking. So in terms of our 24-hour counter,
I think we're allowed to spend at least 10 of those hours sleeping.
Yeah. I'm gonna save about like an hour and a half for a bath.
So I guess to answer my question from the beginning of the video of what is Dollywood, it actually turned out to be much more of an amusement park than a Dolly-themed park. Because as Tyler's hair can attest to, there is a pretty serious arsenal of high-octane roller coasters and other rides and food and crafts. So if you are the only person in the world who doesn't like Dolly Parton, you'd probably still have a good time. I would specifically recommend the Big Bear Mountain Coaster, the Kettle Corn, especially if it's freshly popped by Rick, and the birds, specifically Buster, the Eastern Screech Owl. But as for me, it's about time to head back down the mountain.
It's 24 hours later, came here with a dream, and I'm leaving with a hat.
Subscribe for more owl content. And I'm being serious about that this time.
Ooh.
You can't think the old way. This is completely... You've broken all the rules.
Mac and cheese, one of the most essential of food products.
Ah.
It ranges
I gotta
from
tell you,
impossibly
Babish's
simple to
voice,
impossibly
so
complex. Where on that spectrum do you want to land? I'll show you the way. All you have to do is hold both my hands, give me a and we'll make some pasta with the cheese on it.
Oh, well, this is... What is this? 10 levels of mac and cheese, microwave to Michelin with Babish.
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to Babish. Today we're taking a look at 10 levels of mac and cheese, starting with the very easiest. It's even right there in the name. Wow.
Kraft.
They rebranded it. It's not Easy Mac anymore. Now it's just called Kraft Mac and Cheese in a cup that you microwave. But it is the easiest iteration of mac that I can imagine. Step 1, remove lid and cheese sauce pouch. Step 2, add water to the fill line in cup. Stir. Step 3, microwave. On high, 3.5 minutes. Step 4, stir in cheese sauce. And that's the long and short of it. It doesn't say to eat it, but I trust that that's step 5. I remember this being indistinguishable from the box stuff. Why is this so awful? It's so gluey. I put in exactly the right amount of water. I cooked it for the right amount of time. I'll add some water to thin it out. Just give
That
it the
doesn't
benefit of the
seem
doubt.
real.
So, Easy Mac. Well, Kraft Mac and Cheese Microwave Edition. Let's see if it's gross. It's not terribly good. We have some really overcooked noodles, some very undercooked noodles. Then the sauce
He didn't
turned
do
out
it right.
really gloopy and gelatinous because of the starches.
There's
that they
no way
add
he
to
did it
the
right.
bowl to help the sauce.
That's not how it
emulsify without
looks.
Milk. It scratches the
I've
mac
had
itch
it
if you're a
not that
child
long
or
ago.
a
It doesn't look
college
like
student,
that.
which is also a form of child. What I would call borderline acceptable. But then there's level 2. Boxed mac. Not
Boxed
so
mac
easy.
is it, though?
Still very easy. Requires cooking utensils and a stove. Step 1. Boil water in medium saucepan. Stir in macaroni.
Saucepan.
Cook 7 to 8 minutes or until tender. Drain. Do not rinse. Return to pan. Add margarine or butter, milk and cheese sauce. Blue box. As essential a mac and cheese as there is, but let's see if it's worth all that extra effort.
You add a little bit more
It
water
remains
than the
as good
lime.
to this day
So there's
as it
still
ever
a
was.
sauce.
So yeah, it's lost a lot of that artificial flavor that I really love. Never mind. They changed the recipe and it sucks now. It's too light in color, should be electric orange, and it should taste like chemicals masquerading as cheese. Now it just tastes like Level 2. Disappointing for unforeseen reasons, but also Blue Box. Can't hate Blue Box. I dare you. Level 3. Blue Box dressed up for the first date it's gone on in years. So it's pulling out the pattern tie, the suspenders, the dress watch, and it's showing off its tattoos by rolling up the French cuffs. It's trying way too hard, but it's still delicious if you just give it a try. So to elevate our Blue Box, first we're gonna make twice as much. That's an upgrade already. Oops. Whoops. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever done.
Both of them.
But instead of adding our butter and milk straight to the pan, we're gonna heat them up in a separate little saucepan, and we're gonna infuse them with spices, paprika, dried garlic, and ground mustard. Get that nice and melty, get the pasta cooked, bring it all together, and then pour it into a buttered cast iron casserole. And we're not stopping there. We're gonna butter up some crushed cornflakes and sprinkle those over top. Then we're gonna bake it at 375 Fahrenheit for about 25-30 minutes. All right, level 3, dressed up Kraft. Kraft's all dressed up for
I
dinner.
love a dressed up Kraft.
Man, it tastes so made. And in the end, all we did was add spices and cornflakes. Pretty fantastic result. This is way better and very easy upgrade to Kraft mac and cheese is to treat it like real mac and cheese, which it is. You know what I mean. Level 4, and now we're delving into food hacks. Mixing 3 very simple ingredients together. Will they become something greater than the sum of their parts? I'll let the other me find out. We're going to make a simple cheese sauce out of evaporated milk. This is milk that has much higher protein content than normal milk, which helps.
Why am I sucking
and
right
we're gonna
now?
use shredded cheese coated in cornstarch. Now you can do this yourself. Shred some cheese, coat it with cornstarch. But to make it super duper easy,
Just buy
we're gonna use pre-shredded cheese.
Yeah.
Something I normally never advise using because
you yell at
it is
people for
coated
using it.
in starch, for the very reason that we seek it out today. Now you need to read the back of the bag because I found, oddly enough, that there's an inverse relationship to price and quality. I have here 3 examples from across the price and quality spectrum. Most expensive, of course, is Organic Valley. This is $2 more expensive than these guys, and you're getting 2 ounces less. That, and it is coated not with starch, but cellulose. Cellulose is wood pulp. I'm not joking. It's wood pulp. Cellulose does not bind proteins together, and it will give you a gritty, clumpy sauce. So what you want to look for are plant-based starches: tapioca starch, potato starch, cornstarch. Kraft mac and cheese, which is oddly the middle of the pack for price, uses only cornstarch, which is great. Cabot, which was shockingly cheaper, and one of my favorite cheese brands because they're all lactose free, uses potato starch and tapioca starch, both also great candidates. So all we have to do then is heat up some evaporated milk, gently stir in the cheese, and rake in the money. So I'm going to pour 12 ounces of evaporated milk into a saucepan. I'm going to heat it gently over medium-low heat. Add my shredded starch-coated cheese, 12 ounces. And we're going to gently whisk the cheese in with the evaporated milk while heating over low heat until melted and smooth. Oh my God, it's working. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but what we have done is change the game forever. I'm so blown away. Pour in our super easy cheese sauce, and we're gonna add a little bit of pasta cooking water, starting with a 1/4 cup and adjusting as necessary. Oh, mommy. Wow, dude. Fucking perfect. I don't believe it. Level 4. And holy shit, right? Just kind of made this one up on the spot here. And it appears to have worked, I would say, to a ridiculously extent. Good extent. I would say it's worked very well. Look at how freaking gooey it is. It's so perfectly
Oh, okay.
smooth
I dropped
and
my
gooey.
pliers.
Just
Okay.
those two things. This is what Stouffer's is trying to be. It's what keeps it up at night. Sweating, tossing, turning. Just like, why can't I be like this? Oh my God. That was the
Why was that
easiest
so
cheese
hard?
sauce I've ever made, and it is perfectly smooth and creamy and gooey. I think we've just changed the entire world. I think wars will no longer have to be fought that might have been fought otherwise. I think that
I'm nervous I don't
next
have
step,
enough
cure for
rings.
cancer. I'm allowed to say that because my mom died of cancer. Level 5, one of my favorite recipes
I'm
from America's
nervous.
Test Kitchen. This is a one-pot macaroni and cheese that really works. And it does that by using the stabilizers in American cheese. I'm going to shred this guy, and we're also going to grate 4 ounces of sharp cheddar. This is going to be our source of flavor.
Not
And it's going to integrate.
Like, I think I'll have enough
seamlessly
for the
into cheese
belt
sauce
for
by
sure, but
virtue
I don't know
of
if I'll
the
have enough
shredded yellow
for it to
American.
be a full skirt
That's fine.
situation.
This is my craft. My craft cheese. We'll be right back.
You know?
Does the size of a saute pan matter? Yeah. Different recipes require different sized pans, and this one offers great utility
It's
in
an ad.
12-inch
This is for
range.
sure an
so yeah,
ad.
no, the size of this saute pan and some off-putting. Other things are going to happen. In a medium saucepan, I'm combining 1.5 cups of whole milk with 1 cup of whole water. Cover and bring it to a rolling simmer. Then we're going to add 8 ounces of elbow macaroni. And we're going to cook this until it's cooked, and most of the milk-water mixture has been absorbed. You're going to
We're
want to
gonna
stir
cook this
pasta
until
more
it's
frequently
cooked.
than others because cooking it in the milk causes it to stick to itself, like a young man discovering
Ew.
his, you know. Then we're going to kill the heat and add our American and cheddar cheese mixture. To amp up the flavor a little bit, I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and about a 1/2 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Always welcome ingredients for any mac and cheese that needs a big hit of flavor. Now that our cheese sauce is nice and gooey, we're going to add a melty factor by stirring in the rest of our shredded cheddar, mixing until just combined throughout the pasta, covering and allowing to melt. If you want to be really, really fancy, hit it with a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. And there you have it, level 5, the first truly from scratch mac and cheese. Really beautiful, creamy, smooth sauce. That's a good sign. Somehow it's smoother than the evaporated milk sauce. At least the extra effort rewards you with something, because I was gonna just forever abandon this method for the evaporated milk one, but it's just so smooth and creamy. The one thing I will say is that the sauce is not nearly as flavorful because it's half American cheese, which does not have much flavor to it. So it's always going to be a little blander than the evaporated milk sauce, and it relies on mustard to bring more cheesy flavor. But really, it just kind of tastes like mustard. So it's a wonderful, fantastic option for quick and easy homemade mac and cheese. But if I had to pick one, I'd go evaporated milk. I'd go level 4 over level 5. And that is weird, right? Look, we already did baked mac and cheese. Wouldn't you rather see me take that mac and cheese bread and deep fry it? Skewer it into a tall, erect tower, served in a shallow pool of ranch.
Fuck, I want mac and cheese.
That's what I thought. I didn't hear your answer, but I assumed it. And that's what real men do. And there you have it, level
Ew.
6, mac and cheese. Extra cheese, breaded, deep fried, and served in a shallow pool of ranch. Let's see how it is, though. But that works. The mac and cheese and ranch. Weird, it works. So, obviously, this is both easy and heart healthy, but it did spark a debate here in the office. Is this a preparation of mac and cheese, or is this something to do with mac and cheese? And I'm here to settle it. This is a thing to do with mac and cheese.
Oh, well, yeah, no
And
shit.
while this, of course, is Texas State Fair food, like Texas State Fair food, it's delicious. it's horrible and it's delicious. Almost forgot, in the traditional preparation, of course, it is slathered with catsup. There we go. Now it's a
Ew.
feast fit for a king-sized scooter. Level 7, the Mornay level, where we're actually making a sauce using roux and Mornay and bechamel and milk and other French words. There's a lot of whisking. There's carefulness being exercised, and it's really great. So let's talk cheese. I'm going with 12 ounces of different cheeses, some bringing meltiness and richness, others bringing tang, sharpness. We have different ages,
What if I just
different
make a
colors, different
headband
countries
instead
of
of the
origin.
skirt
And it all comes
situation?
together in the grand melting pot of mac and cheese melting pot. I have mostly a mild yellow cheddar. This is an excellent melter. It's going to help prevent the sauce from getting gritty. What makes sauce gritty is more aged cheeses. I have here some Gouda, which is how you're actually supposed to pronounce Gouda. But I know that I'm never going to get away with that the same way I would croissant, you know?
Croissant.
Just be like, and now I've got some Gouda.
Croissant.
Like, did he just say to me in my Christian house, in front of my Christian daughter? And then for tons of flavor, but high potential grittiness, so we're not using much of it, Parmigiano Reggiano. All these need to be fresh grated, and the Parmesan in particular, because I want it to melt quickly, I'm going to grate finely. Look at that beautiful mix and spread of cheese. Bear in mind, much in the way the Parmesan is now coating the strands of cheese, you could absolutely coat this in cornstarch, tapioca starch, potato starch, and simply melt it in evaporated milk. You'd have a cheese sauce that's way easier, and I think a better texture than the one we're about to make. We'll be right back after I
And a Mornay.
consider what I'm doing here. So, in a medium-high walled saute pan, I'm melting 2 tablespoons of butter, adding an equal part of flour, whisking to combine into a paste, which we're then going to cook for 1 to 3 minutes, just until the raw flour smell dissipates. Now we've got 2 cups, that's 1 tablespoon butter and flour per cup of whole milk, which, maddeningly, we're going to stir in 1 little splash at a time. And when we do, things are going to clump up in rather a frightening and unsavory way. But worry not, because I know what I'm doing. If you just add it all at once, it'll clump like this.
I
and
know what
not,
I'm doing.
and it'll just be this inside of your sauce. But if we make sure that each splash of milk is fully incorporated into the clumps, eventually it's going to smooth out. Now, at a certain point, you're just going to have a very thick bechamel, and that's the point when you can start adding more milk at a time. It's pretty much where we're at now. And there you have it. A beautifully smooth bechamel. Now we're going to slowly bring this bechamel up to a very gentle simmer. Then once we've cooked it for about 3 minutes, we're going to kill the heat, stir in our cheeses, and let the residual heat melt the cheese into a smooth Mornay sauce. What is Mornay? Well, metaphorically, it's an awakening from sleep into dream.
What?
What?
Is he just
Right.
saying things?
Well, it's got to be the best Mornay I've ever made. Ooh. The original mac and cheese. Much trickier, but lots more opportunities to build flavor with different kinds of cheeses.
I feel like he just says things.
Something about a Mornay sauce. You kind of can't beat it. Like, those other sauces were creamier and smoother because they were made from processed cheese, or they were made with starch, which makes things taste processed. It tastes like or has the mouthfeel of a packet cheese, you know? And this just feels like a classic mac and cheese sauce. Yes, it's not as smooth, but it's flawed in just the right ways to make it flawless. Being able to build a bechamel and a Mornay sauce are really great skills to have in your tool skill set pocket, and definitely worth doing the next time you're trying to impress your boss or something.
What do you say to people who say molecular
I dropped a
gastronomy?
ring.
What is that?
To those of you who don't know what molecular gastronomy is, it's the practice of spending lots of money to
Found it,
create
we're good.
balls and foams that I would say detract from eating experiences more than they add to them.
Why do people do that?
Nobody knows. And that's why you pay so darn much for it. But we're doing something different. We're only doing something that is technically molecular gastronomy. We're using sodium citrate.
Wait, so what is molecular gastronomy technically?
I have no fucking idea. So sodium citrate is an at-home equivalent to the stabilizer that they use in American cheese. It's basically how and why American cheese is such a great melter. So now we can do the same with not so great melting cheeses.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what we're gonna do. First, we gotta grate our cheese. Do not use pre-shredded cheese for this joint. It'll kill you. Just kidding. And then I'm just gonna heat up 1 cup of milk.
Kidding.
Meanwhile, over here, we're going to ready our blender. Into the blender, I'm going to measure about 12 ounces of cheese. And I'm gonna add about a half teaspoon Dijon mustard. And for a big old bite of flavor, some finely grated Pecorino Romano cheese. And let's also throw a little bit of cayenne pepper in there just to show that we care. And as soon as our milk is boiling, we're gonna build our sauce. The milk's boiling. So I'm gonna add this half teaspoon of sodium citrate directly to the milk. We're gonna give that a little tiny whisking just to make sure the sodium citrate's dissolved. Then the blender awaits it. Start on relatively low speed. And that both should and has actually yielded an incredibly gooey cheese sauce. Okay, cavatappi with
Yum.
an absolutely foolproof, so foolproof it didn't make a fool of me, cheese sauce. I mean, it's so easy. It is next level creamy. It's ethereal. It's bizarre. It's honestly not my favorite. Doing this made me realize that I think I like Mornay sauce the most. But your ability to use any cheese and just bang it hard, fast, and just do it instantly in a blender, it's pretty incredible. It's pretty wild, and it's absolutely worth picking up a bag of sodium citrate and keeping it under your bed next to the Playboy magazines, just in case.
You never know when
need
you're
some
gonna
cheese
need
sauce.
it.
So that's level 8. After the break, we're gonna see what happens when we add a special secret ingredient. Lots and lots of money.
Truffle mac, bet. What? Oh.
Level 9 is where we see what happens when we put a whole lot of money where our mouth is. And where our mouth is on this mac and cheese. So we're gonna put some money into it. Do you see what I did there?
No.
It's rare that you put your money where your mouth is in the context of food, and frankly, that was extremely clever. And I came up with it on the fly, and I think we should just all recognize that.
Yeah, and we all recognize that.
I
right,
loved
guys?
it.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
so strongly about it.
That was good.
Perfect. We're seeing what happens when we use only the most expensive ingredients. So for the cheese, not only did Rachel go to Italy and get the most expensive cheese at Italy, which is saying something. This one was $60.99 a pound. This one was $36.99 a pound. And then we got the 4 most expensive cheeses from my local grocery shop, each of which was $27.99 a pound.
That's insane.
So by putting a pound's worth of cheese into this cheese sauce, we're looking at, about a $35 cheese sauce, basically, depending on how much we use of each.
Wow.
And that's just the cheese sauce. I'm just getting started, Babish Nation. Next up, the pasta. And I love bucciate. This guy was $12 for his bag. And that's a lot. It's gonna be these long curls. These guys are probably gonna unfurl into these long curls, which are annoying to eat, which usually expensive pasta, bullseye. We have Seneca milk clocking in at some dollars and some cents. This is the most expensive milk we could find, just trust us.
Lobster truffle mac, bet.
Burgundy truffle.
Yep.
Clocking in at $40 for this little guy. We have a lovely lobster tail whose price cannot be calculated. It's priceless. And then we have this little whack of butter. This little guy, this little piece of Italian butter was like $12. Will these make a difference? These questions and more answered right now. Now the lobster tail, I'm going to cut open, pull out the meat, and gently butter poach it before adding it to the mac and cheese.
How do you respond to those who say adding lobster is cheating?
Has anybody ever said that?
I mean, this person I just made up for the sake of this question did.
Well, I would say to that person, cheating in the game of what?
Mac and cheese.
That's a good answer. Cheating in the game of mac and cheese, what?
That's a great answer on your part.
Gotcha.
Touche.
I'm gonna grate up this cheese. Now to build the cheese sauce, instead of using plain old butter, I'm using this expensive butter that was used to poach lobster. So that you can, do I have to explain myself? That's a brilliant idea. I'm gonna do a tablespoon and a half of this butter.
I don't
add
like
1 tablespoon
seafood,
of flour.
but I can understand why
very
people
little
would
amounts of roux, but
it.
I'm going to be
It'll
using
be
both
really
sodium citrate
lobstery,
and roux
though, wouldn't it
to
be?
ensure stabilization, but also a nice classic mac and
I guess
cheese
that's something
texture.
people
Now
would
I'm going to stream
actually
in our
want,
very
though.
expensive milk, one little splash at a time, whisking until fully incorporated before adding the next. Remember how we talked about this? You always forget. All right, here it is. Now I've added the lobster, the cheese sauce to sort of heat back through because it cooled off. And once this pasta's done, we're in the money because this was expensive. There you have it. Very expensive mac and cheese. I'm going to garnish with some finely minced chives because this is looking pretty pale, some freshly cracked black pepper, and of course, it's just not expensive unless it's completely drowned in freshly shaved black truffle. Okay.
That'll overtake.
There it is. The most expensive mac and cheese ever conceived. It cost about $60 to make it. Imagine what they would charge you in a restaurant. Let's see if it's worth making.
You could make it more expensive.
The cheese sauce is delicious, and it is drowning out the truffle and the lobster. Can't really taste them. This is such a powerful, sharp, funky sauce that's fantastic, but it overpowered everything else in the.
Oh, I can make so much.
Just goes to
It's
show
long
you
as hell
can't throw money
now.
at problems. You can, but there are diminishing returns. So throwing money at the problem didn't solve it. Can we make technique the star of
I
the
could do
show onto level 10? One that I'm not actually entirely sure what it is yet, because at the time of this recording, I haven't filmed it. Whatever it is, level 10 better be really, really good. It's level 10. So for this round, I want to try making pasta. Now, normally homemade
just S
pasta
for
plus
Sylvie.
mac and cheese equals no. Homemade pasta tends to collapse under the weight of any significant sauce. So a thick, gloopy cheese sauce is for sure just going to take any
we're gonna
macaroni
do this,
we make
yes.
and sandwich them, pancake them into nothingness. So I want to try and invent a new kind of pasta. Is that such a big deal? What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a hybrid between traditional Italian pasta dough and tteokbokki. I love tteokbokki and cheese, the microwave one, the easy, quick, ready snack version. It's one of my favorite expressions of mac and cheese. So can I make macaroni that has some of the same chewy, bouncy characteristics?
If I can, when it's complete, spell my name. That'd be
macaroni tteokbokki
so
or
sick.
macbokki.
Macbokki, I'm here for it too, Noob.
I'm basically just
That
going to
sounds so
incorporate a
good.
couple tteokbokki techniques into traditional pasta making. So first, I'm going to effectively make a tangzong out of rice flour. Basically, I'm going to pre-hydrate and pre-gelatinize a little bit of rice flour to add some resilience and extra chew to the final product. So I've got 30 grams of rice flour here, over which I'm going to pour 90 grams
I love
of
rice
boiling
cakes
water.
so much.
Mixed
They're
combined,
so good.
this should form a thick, gloopy paste, and then we're going to let it cool completely before trying to work it into the dough. So now for the primary pasta dough, I've got 300 grams of semolina flour combined with 90 grams of white rice flour, 60 grams of tapioca starch, and 5 grams of kosher salt. Give that a tidy little whisking to make sure that everything is homogeneous. Now I'm going to add this cool rice flour paste. And I'm actually going to press
I
it
always
through
get
a fine
rice
mesh
cakes at
sieve
Hot
to
Pot.
make sure that I don't
Hell
have
yeah.
any lumps.
We
Then I've
I
got
just
10
went
grams
to
of neutral oil. This is vegetable oil.
I went to an
and 2
Asian
eggs
grocery
plus
store
1 egg yolk, 120
a
grams
week
of
or
egg
so
all
ago,
told. Beat that
and
up.
I
add it
got
to the bowl.
fresh
Then I'm going to affix my dough hook.
rice
I'm just going to let
cakes,
this knead for a few minutes until everything
and
is evenly mixed. Then
they
I'm going to let it
were
rest for about 20
so
minutes to make sure that
good.
all the starches and flours are hydrated.
And I got a really
so
good
have an
banana
accurate
cake.
picture of what kind of
Very
consistency
tasty.
I'm working with here. It's looking pretty dry and crumbly. I'm just going to incorporate things by hand. I have a feeling that once that hydrates, it's going to be the right consistency. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this guy up tightly in plastic wrap, let him sit at room temperature for about 20 minutes until everything is fully hydrated. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes, and I think this is good to go. Like, It's fully hydrated. It feels nice and firm, but not sticky, but not crumbly either. Let's give it a try. All right, so I have the small macaroni attachment set up here. So what you want to do here is grab little hunks of dough and form them into balls, which we're going to feed through the extruder, hopefully creating perfect MacBookie on our very first try. That's how life works,
I need
right?
to make it up to the Asian mark more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get some.
Those are macaroni. Last
I need to
time
get
I
a few
checked.
more
We're
things
making
next time I
macaroni.
go. I got some coffee. Like I got coffee
I know I shouldn't be so
and this
surprised when one
yummy
of my
like
ideas
mango
works,
drink
but
too.
whatever. I'm not that smart.
It's delish.
Holy
I
cats
wanna
and
get-
dogs! It's
Ooh,
macaroni.
I forgot I
Holy
do have
macaroni is what I'm going to say.
dumplings in
And
my freezer from there. I might
there
have
we have it,
those later
folks.
today.
Some MacBookie. So I'm very curious to see how this turns
I
out.
really
I'm not
hope
gonna
this
commit
works
to it
out.
until I've tried some. So let's do that. Water's boiling. I'm going to start with 2 minutes. See where we end up. Now, conventional wisdom says as soon as they float, they're done. But I'm going to go ahead and not do that because they're already floating. Okay, that's 2 minutes. I'm going to drain, toss it with a little bit of butter and pasta water, see what we end up with. Okay, that's looking creamy and right. I want to see what kind of strength we're dealing with here. Really nice. It's not collapsing at all under weight. That's great.
That reminds me, I need to go
It's not al dente.
to Trader
And that
Joe's for
al dente
those
is kind of
fucking
like
sweet potato. Yeah.
a soft
Oh my
exterior
God,
and
no,
a
you do.
chewy, almost firm
It
interior.
is time.
This is just firm throughout.
It is
That's
perfect
delicious.
season for
So I set out
sweet
to
potato
invent a
gnocchi.
new kind of pasta.
You gotta do it.
And I did it on my first try.
Gotta
This is
do it.
a
It's so good.
very first in my
I wanna
life
go to the. I
ever
wanna go to Trader
occurrence
Joe's
kind of
soon.
thing. I know pride is a sin, but
It is.
I think we have our level 10 mac and cheese mac. Now we just got to figure out the cheese. So to start things off, I'm going to make some Parmesan broth, combining 2 cups of chicken stock with an equal part water. Then I'm adding some usual stock suspects. We have a big bundle of thyme, a couple bay leaves, shallots, a couple cloves of garlic. But then, rather unusually, we're adding Parmesan cheese rinds, as many as we can muster.
Is
That's
that
gonna simmer
unusual?
for
I feel
probably
like
about
that's
an hour.
not unusual.
And I'm going to use this as the cooking liquid for my pasta. And then I'm going to insert a little bit of it into the sauce itself. So obviously, one of the things that steps up mac and cheese is crunch. And I want to bring crunch in 2 ways, in the form of cheese and in the form of bread. So
I gotta say,
I want to do some homemade breadcrumbs, but not any homemade breadcrumbs.
I am
what I wanna
not
do
a
is
crispy
tear
cheese
some
girl.
big,
I'm not.
sort of like
I
webby
don't
breadcrumbs
like it.
from a good baguette. So I'm gonna hack off that much.
I like ooey gooey.
Okay, look at that. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want to get
Not
this like
crunchy
big,
cheese.
kind of webby structure. This is what I imagine being on
Topping
top of mac
on-
and cheese.
I know,
Just these
I
big,
know, I know.
Kind of honeycombed
I know.
bits of fried bread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tear these out. Then I'm going to generously coat them in olive oil, and then I'm going to
I fucked
convection
up.
bake them to try and get them nice and evenly golden brown all over. Don't worry, this is not going to waste.
Definitely not going away.
So I have my oven preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit with convection. I'm going to toast it for probably 10-15 minutes, tossing every few minutes to make sure it's very, very even. Now onto the cheese sauce, and I kind of want to use a dizzying array of cheeses. I just do. Because I have a fantastic balance of flavors here. We have kind of a sweet, fudgy vibe with, you know, just a plain Jane Gouda. We have some sharpness and some funk coming from some provolone. We have
So
some
annoying.
extreme cheddar sharpness coming from this Kerrygold Dubliner. We have some nuttiness and some cave-aged funk coming from some Gruyere. We have some sharpness and Parmesan-like characteristics in a much milder form with Manchego. And then we have a great melter in the form of Fontina. Really, it's 7 cheeses with Parmesan cheese crisps. And that feels like overkill. And it is overkill. But I want to try it, so that's what we're going to do. All right, let's see how this blend of cheeses tastes as one cohesive unit.
What if it tastes bad? That would
Delightful.
suck.
It's got an assertive flavor, but not too assertive. Like that plus milk plus pasta, it's gonna be just right. I'm not just saying that because I don't have any other cheese left. Just in a nick of time, our breadcrumbs are out of the oven. They're looking fairy tale, just the way that I wanted them to. They're big, fluffy, crispy.
I hate that Kerrygold is actually as good as the hype and totally worth the price. I feel
Oven is
you.
preheated. I'm going to make a couple of Parmesan fricos, or cheese crisps.
Every time
So I'm
I
gonna
make
grate this very finely
croissants,
into a nice little pile. I want it to melt
require
fast. I want the
myself
fat
to buy Kerrygold because
to
if you're
separate. I
gonna
want the cheese
you're
to
gonna
break
do
effectively and then for it to
croissants,
fry in its own fat, all in short
you're gonna
order.
spend the time to
Otherwise, it will
make
just dry
them.
out. This
You
guy's
better
gonna head
have
into
good
our
butter.
400
'Cause
degree
it's not
Fahrenheit
worth
oven
it, 'cause
for we'll
that's
see how many
like the
minutes
entire
until
taste of
they
a
are
croissant.
cheese fricos. To make our cheese sauce, I'm going to do a pretty simple Mornay, but I'm going to bolster it with a little bit of sodium citrate. That should make it glossier, should make it smoother, and make it more stable. But I want the natural, sort of familiar mouthfeel of Mornay. Sorry, I said mouthfeel. Here come the fricos.
Mouthfeel.
Nicely golden brown. Okay. 5 yards.
If I'm
Let's do
making
this.
stuff
Oh, I'm
for
nervous.
other people,
Okay.
I just have to buy
Over on the stovetop,
Kerrygold.
I have my
It really depends. Like, if the
Parmesan
butter
broth,
flavor is gonna
in
be
which I'm going to
forward
cook
and
our
like,
pasta.
you know, then
I have
yeah.
1
If
tablespoon
it's
each
not,
butter and
not
1
really
cup
gonna
flour
be
to the base of
crazy
my
concerned
roux.
about
I have 1
that.
cup of whole milk, to which I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of sodium citrate for extra stability. And I'm going to gently heat. The milk's nice and warm. Just has to be warm for the sodium citrate to dissolve. Pour it back into this measuring cup and start to stream it in. So now we have our bechamel that's been fortified with sodium citrate. So as soon as we've simmered for about 1 to 2 minutes, I'm going to kill the heat, add the cheese. I have 227 grams or 8 ounces of our cheese blend, and just use the residual heat in the bechamel and in the pan to melt the cheese into what should be a pretty perfect cheese sauce. All right, here is our makboki, ready to be plunged into the boiling water. Give my mac a taste, see if it's done cooking. It's only been about 90 seconds. Yep, it's ready to go. Scoop it out, add it to the sauce. I'm not gonna drain it too much because I want some of that lovely cooking, simmering stock. Here we go, folks. It's time.
My
to
mom
make
made
our Michelin
thumbprint
mac.
cookies
Oh,
recently
man.
and used different
Look at
butter. The taste was
that.
so
It's
noticeably
picture
different. It was
perfect. Are you
crazy.
kidding me?
No, that
Wow.
is. That's the whole thing. Is like,
Very
especially
good.
if you're
Fricos.
used to
got
a recipe, like you can taste that difference. It's absolutely wild.
Ridiculous chives. And of course, let's throw some super coarse
Absolutely
FGP right on top. And there you have it, folks. Level 10 mac and cheese, covered with shards of cheese and bread, herbs, and in a proprietary broth of 7 cheeses with homemade makboki noodles and Parmesan broth. Let's see how it is. It's still so remarkably creamy. And the flavors are just, wow. The Parmesan, you can taste the Parmesan cheese crisp so distinctly. And it's adding such great texture along with these huge flaky breadcrumbs. And the texture of the mac, it cannot be overstated how unique and perfect it is. It's fresh homemade pasta with a cheese sauce on it that's not folding on under the pressure. It's a first for me. That's it. That is level 10 mac and cheese. It is mac and cheese to a T. It ticks every box for what makes mac and cheese. But it is playful. It is profoundly flavored. It's perfectly textured. It's the best mac and cheese I ever had in my life.
Wow.
And I made it. That doesn't make any sense. Thank you very much for
This
joining
is
me
just
on
very
these
silly
10
looking to me.
levels of mac and cheese. Please.
She asked me if they were
let me know in
bad,
the
and I
comments
said,
below.
well, they're different.
What do
I've
you
had
wanna
these
see
for
me
my entire
explore
life,
10
and they're
levels
suddenly
of?
different. So
What's
no,
next?
not,
What
but
should I
no,
do?
not bad.
I'm
Yeah,
all
I
ears.
think that's the tough
This
thing
is
is
the new
like when
series
it is
on the
something that
Babish channel.
you're
I'm
so
having so much
used
fun making
to.
it. I can't wait to make more, and I can't wait to show you what we're working on.
Oh my god, my wrist
Thank you so
is
much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me for
I
almost 10
need
years now.
my jewelry
And
pliers. This
keep
is
cooking.
not cutting it
I will
for
if
me.
you will.
When I'm sad, I often make a blue box mac and cheese and eat it straight from the pot standing over the sink. Why?
It's because
Oh,
it's
sorry, I was
comforting.
looking at what's
it's
next.
something that says, I want to do what I want to do right now. There's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature. Are you human?
Do you want an honest response?
Yeah. Why would I ask that question? and
That's
want
such a weird
dishonest response. Why wouldn't you be a human? It was a really rhetorical question.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
Oh, I know, right?
Their
Same.
legs still heavy.
No.
Does misfortune hold-
No. I do not want
Okay, so I don't really drink
that
as much as I
ad.
used to because I've really been on my fitness shit lately. You know, instead of my evening glass of wine, I'm having my evening glass of protein powder. However, what a week we have had. That's for all of my fellow Americans. If you're watching this and you're not from America, I'm a little jealous, can't lie. This is a video that I've had on my ideas list for honestly years, and I thought, why not now? As you can see from the title,
I'm
today
getting horse
we
girl
are-
ads
wait,
because
what
of
am I
you.
typing? Hold on. We are testing celebrities'
You
favorite
and
cocktails.
Killian, I
So yes, today
swear.
I'm gonna be having a drink. I'm gonna be having a couple. Yes, I am kind of straight up stealing this from Brittany Broski. She made a lot of these videos a few years ago, and I always thought it sounded kind of fun. As you probably know, one thing I do on my channel a lot is following what celebrities eat.
What
in
a
day
week
series.
we've had.
And we
This
always have
is-
fun with
this
that.
was
It's always
posted.
interesting to
Let's see.
Dip our toes into their lifestyle. And I'm not gonna lie, there's some things from those videos
8
that
days
I
ago.
still do to this day.
So-
I'm still putting liquid stevia in my oatmeal after watching Yolanda Hadid do it. And as far as cocktails go, like in general, I don't really know that much. I know vodka soda. I know tequila soda. That's about it. That's kind of it. So I compiled a list of various cocktails that various celebrities say are their favorites. And today we're gonna try them. Y'all, I just spent like $200 at the liquor store on a bunch of stuff I quite frankly have never heard of before. There's so much alcohol. You can make alcohol out of like anything apparently. Oh my god, that just reminded me, in like 2020, I tried filming this video where I made alcohol at home and then drink it. So basically what
That's
this is doing
moonshine,
is
you
keeping the
idiot.
airtight seal while allowing CO2
Or is he making mead, you
to
think?
escape through this tube. I'm gonna put it over here. Wow. Well, that's the update. It's kind of got like a smell. Okay, so now this sits for 2 more weeks, and the bottle that I was fermenting the alcohol in kind of exploded, so never finished that video. But I made alcohol at home and then drank it has remained on my videos idea list. So if that's something you want to see, perhaps I will attempt again. I'm gonna be honest, my
Certainly a
experience making
week.
cocktails is probably limited to whatever cocktails we've made in various videos in the past. Oh my god. I just bought this shaker. So I'm excited.
Right,
I'm excited
yeah.
to learn something new. Shout out to Brittany Broski.
been a
Yeah, I straight
wild
up stole
few
the idea and
years,
put it on my
guys.
ideas list. Sorry. Love ya. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, the first one I am gonna try is Martha Stewart's. However, before we get started, we got a sponsor. Y'all, I just got home from a trip to this letter on my
No. Unless the company is giving me money.
Gotta have a good time. And all for hearing them out. And all right, let's get back to the vid. Okay, first up, Martha Stewart, cooking and lifestyle icon. She is a crazy girl. I know she knows how to have a good time. And
I would
found
love a
this
week of
through this
precedented
article where she shares her
times.
favorite cocktail. This picture, hell yeah. And her answer to that question is, my favorite cocktail of all time is probably a caipirinha.
Caipirinha.
Caipirinha. Sounds like it sounds like some kind of
Caipirinha.
animal.
It
Hold on, how do I
does.
pronounce this? Caipirinha.
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 Okay, her. So I looked up Martha Stewart Caipirinha. Okay, I already forgot how to say it. Caipirinha. I looked up Martha Stewart Caipirinha because I assume she has her own recipe. And I was correct.
Her.
She has a recipe on marthastewart.com for ginger caipirinhas. And it calls for peeled fresh ginger, sugar, limes, and cachaca. Cachaca. Cachaca.
Cachaca.
Now. Cachaca.
Cachaca.
Okay, I forgot a line. That's awesome. I'm gonna run to the store and I'll be right back.
Say what you need from the stove. Oh, I'm back in the truck.
Okay, I'm back and I have a lime. Okay, so it's ginger, sugar, lime, and cachaca. Kind of simple. This is the cachaca. I have never seen this in my life. It says it's made from cane sugar. Oh yeah, and oh my god, it has a little caipirinha recipe on the back. Okay, so that must be what this is mostly used for. The brand is Leblon Cachaca. All right, and Martha
They're throwing
interesting
consonant
because
sounds at this man
it's
we've
not
never
a
heard
single
before,
serving
yeah.
recipe. She calls for the entire bottle, 1 bottle of cachaca.
You'll get there, buddy.
Cachaca. However, I noticed in her step-by-step instructions, step-by-step, there's only one step. I noticed in her step that she gives instructions for just a single drink, so I'll follow that. And okay, first we need to cut our ginger into 1/4 inch thick slices and peel it. Oh, I wonder what Martha's doing right now. Okay, I have some peeled ginger. She says to
You ever
cut it
just wonder
into
what Martha's
1/4
doing
inch
right
thick
now?
pieces. This recipe says, place the ginger slices and the sugar into each of the 12 tumblers. Who's got 12 shakers? Martha. Okay. 2 ginger slices, and then 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. I have some sugar here. Let's do 2. Let's do 2. Okay, and then she says to use a muddler to mash the ginger. Guys, I don't have a muddler. I didn't get a muddler. I can't go back to the store. I'm sorry. I've been to like 3 stores prepping for this video and I keep forgetting stuff. However, I do have my Vitamix muddler. I guess this isn't a muddler. That's probably not what they call it.
I mean,
but
it could probably work. Also, peeling ginger, I prefer peeling it with spoons, and I don't think it's too bad.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the ginger is just crushing right up. Wow. Oh my god. Y'all, yeah, I am sober. Okay, that's what it looks like. Next up, she says add a quartered lime to each. Okay, a quarter lime. That's a quarter. And then crush with the muddler. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. All right, and next up, we fill the glass with coarsely crushed ice. Y'all, I got the premium ice for this video. Very fancy. Okay, it says to make coarsely crushed ice, put it in a food processor. Honestly, I think this girl can handle it. I'll just crush it in the cup.
Everybody's so creative.
Okay, I think that's enough. And next up, she says add a scant 4th cup cachaca. Y'all, this cachaca is beating my ass. I cannot say it. Add a scant 4th cup cachaca to each. A 4th cup?
Holy
Martha?
fuck.
All right, what is this? Yeah, that's alcohol. Okay, a scant 4th cup, so that means not all the way full. What's this taste like? Let me just.
Oh, no, don't do it. Why would you do that?
Okay, I can confirm that is alcohol. Tastes a little bit like the rubbing type, but I trust Mothra. All right, a scant 4th cup. Oh my god, y'all, I almost just shook it without the lid on. And now we shake. Oh, well, she says to stir it, but I bought this. Fill glasses. Oh, wait. Oh, I messed this up. We weren't supposed to put the ice in here. The ice was supposed to go in the cup. Okay, my bad.
Well, if you're gonna shake it.
Open. Come on. Let me in.
Having the ice in there is good.
Let me in.
No!
What the hell?
A knife!
What the hell? Okay, we got that off. Why is this not coming off? Oh my god, y'all, I thought this video was gonna be really simple and straightforward. Oh lord. Well, that's stuck, so I guess... Well, let me try running this under warm water. Oh my god, y'all, I got it. Okay. All right, now let me spoon some of this ice out. All right, and now let's strain the rest. Ooh, y'all, we got there.
No. No!
Hello? Is that it? Wait, I just realized this is straight alcohol. Where's the mixer? Where's the, oh my goodness. This is like Kris Jenner all over again. These white ladies and their drinks. Well, there we have it. Martha Stewart's favorite cocktail. Am I a f***ing dumbass? Why did I just do that? All right, let's give it a try. Okay. That's delicious. The ginger's good. Yeah, this is nice.
You don't always need a mixer, Andrew.
I'm almost done with it. Okay. Oh, yep, that drink was about a 4th cup. And there we have it. Martha Stewart's cut. I'm not even gonna try. What is it? Oh, right. Caipirinhas. Okay, Martha Stewart's ginger caipirinhas. I give it like an 8 out of 10. That was cute. That was nice. It doesn't taste like much. It wasn't, you know, tastes like a drink, classic drink. Oh, I love learning. Okay, now we know. Cachaca? Yep, that's alcohol. Yep. Now I have this whole bottle. Does anyone want this? All right, well, what is there to say? I literally drank that in maybe 40 seconds. All right, let me clean up and then let's see what's next. All right, honestly, 1 drink down, I feel great. I have a nice buzz. We could stop here, but no, I have a video to make. Okay. Oh, guys, I always forget when I drink it. This is my place of work. I'm drinking on the job. Oh no, oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna do 4 in total. That feels like a decent amount. And next up, we have our girl, Miss Taylor Swift. The internet seems to be unanimous in the fact that Taylor Swift's favorite cocktail is called the French Blondes. Girl, that sounds like a dog name too. Why do all these drinks sound like dog breeds? I've never heard of it before, but Let's give it a try. All right, I found this Forbes article that says, I tried making the Taylor Swift cocktail, and yes, it's that good. Okay, girl. All right, it says, the French Blonde is a citrusy cocktail that is great in any season, but can definitely brighten up the winter. Okay. All right, well, what's in it? A bunch of stuff. All right, in it is grapefruit juice, Lillet Blanc, whatever that is, gin, elderflower liqueur, and fresh lemon juice, and also lemon peel. So I bought all of those things. Here we have some
That
Lillet
does sound
Blanc.
so
it says it's a
good.
French aperitif wine. And then here is the elderflower liqueur. I don't think I understand. What is liqueur? What's liqueur versus liquor? Also, what the hell is elderflower? Oh, the flower of the elderberry. Okay, elderflower versus elderberry. Oh no, they're different. They're different. Okay, never mind. Okay, honestly, pretty simple recipe. It just says pour everything in the cocktail shaker with ice and then shake. All right, we got grapefruit juice here, and then it also calls for gin. Oh, first step is to chill a coupe glass in the freezer. This is the only coupe glass I have. And I remember I have this because I stole it from an event. Or I didn't steal it. Many, many years ago, I was at an event, and then I left it, and I guess I stole it. First step is to chill a cocktail shaker with ice. First ingredient is 2 ounces of grapefruit juice. I have some grapefruit juice here. Okay, 2 ounces.
Fucking ocean spray.
And next up, the Lillet Blanc.
Delish.
Ew, it smells nasty. Hold on.
Don't. Gross.
Girl. Okay.
There's some things to just not drink straight.
Right,
There's just some things, just don't do it.
Gin is really interesting to me. I don't know much about gin, but I like the way it smells. It smells like flowers. Honestly, I kind of feel like that'd make a good like perfume.
Don't. Oh my god.
Ooh. Okay, an ounce of that.
Freak behavior.
Only half an ounce. Girl, I bought this whole
love
bottle.
him.
Okay, and then half an ounce of elderflower liqueur. Oh, that just fell. The wrapper just fell in. Okay, all right. What is this? Oh, that smells delightful. All right, half an ounce. Glad I paid like $30 for this bottle. Okay, and then a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice. Honestly, I'm just gonna squeeze some in. I'm not gonna measure. And there we have it, y'all. Okay, then we shake it. I'm not gonna put it on as hard this time. Shake it off. I shake it off. Yeah. Ah, fuck, it's stuck again. Why would you design a cocktail shaker that gets stuck when the temperature reaction happens? I'm actually mad. Why did I buy this? What the hell? Can any adults tell me if are there
Just
any
do a
trusted
light
adults
little
watching
knock.
this that can advise me? Okay. What the? Okay. Y'all, this is pissing me off. Suddenly I'm sober. I'm sober and I'm mad. Hold up, there's little holes. I'm gonna try jabbing it out. I literally was so gentle this time, and somehow it's even more stuck than before. Crafted with high quality stainless steel. Yeah, a little too high quality. Come on. Okay, whatever. I give up. No, I'm just gonna use a sieve. All right, and we got our coupe. All right, and there we have it. Taylor Swift's favorite drink. What is it called? A French blonde. Oh my God, it's spilling. A French blonde. I've had a French blonde before. All right, okay. Okay, well now that I've spilled half of it on the table, let's try Taylor Swift's favorite drink, a French blonde. Okay. Yeah, that's cute. It's very light. It is all over my table. All right, this is nice. This is nice. It doesn't taste like much, to be honest. It just tastes like wine. It just tastes like a wine. There's like 5 different things in this. That could have been one. Okay, hold on. Okay, there's too much alcohol on my table and I'm worried that it's gonna like etch my stone countertop, so one sec. Oh Lord, hold on. All right, y'all, I definitely think I just messed up my countertop. I don't know why I got this. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh my God, there's marks all over it. Shit. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Okay, Oh my God. Oh no. Oh wow. Oh, damn. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Oh no, guys. Oh goodness. Oh, okay, never mind, I ran out. Y'all, this video is a mess. How do people do these drinking videos? Chris does them all the time. Y'all, I can't hang. I've barely finished the second one, I've already ruined my table. All right. Yeah, that's alcohol. What does there say, y'all? Honestly, it's not that good. I don't like, okay, if we're gonna get into it, you want my technical analysis? I'm not really understanding it. I don't think this is something I would ever be like, oh, give me a French blonde. Right, okay. Glad we put this down. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts on it, but I'm glad we tried this drink. See what it tastes like. Never mind. I got nothing. Travis drink, see what it tastes like. No, that's not working. No. All right, well, there we have it. Taylor Swift's favorite drink, French blondes. We tried it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. It's cute. It's cute. We'll give that like a 6 out of 10. All right, I'm gonna clean up and then we'll see what's next. Oh, y'all, I can't hang. I don't know why I wanted to do this video. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. The way my phone is sliding across this table.
She was a fairy.
Oh my God, it's like an ice skating rink. All right, the next celebrity favorite cocktail that we will be trying is Miss Lady Gaga. And after looking it up, it says Lady Gaga's favorite cocktail is a Calamazzo? Once again, could be a dog breed. Is that just me? I have never heard of this before. Oh, it's a Spanish cocktail. But it's pretty simple. It is a 1-to-1 mix of red wine and Coca-Cola. Okay, wait, how do I say it? Calimocho. Okay. Got it. All right, and Lady Gaga's signature twist is that she does it with Diet Coke and then garnishes with the maraschino cherry. Okay, honestly, this is really easy. It just says to fill a tall glass with ice. Let me get that. And now, okay, and we got ice in it, and then Diet Coke, and then red wine. This was revealed as her favorite drink in the Vanity Fair lie detector test.
How do you order red wine in at the bar?
With maraschino cherries and Diet Coke.
Very curious how this will taste. Red wine is definitely, you know, in general, my drink of choice. I'm not a big soda drinker, but I have a friend who loves Coke, and he always has it, and so I'm always asking him for a sip, so that's my relationship to Coke. All right, let's try.
So that's my
All right. Okay, and then we add equal parts red wine. Okay, and lastly, maraschino cherries. All right, I'll throw a couple in.
I could.
All right, and there we have it. Lady Gaga's favorite cocktail, a Cotamocho, what is it? Calimocho. Very curious how this will taste, and there's only one way to find out. Y'all, let's give it a try. Hold on, let me give it a stir. I don't know about this one, love. I like the color.
Love that Gaga has a very simple drink. Yeah. I don't think I would like it, but that's also because I don't like red wine.
It's a very confusing experience. It doesn't really taste like Coke, and it doesn't really taste like wine. And it doesn't really taste that good. Huh. I don't know about that one, love. It's kind of like bad. It's straight up, I don't like it. I really don't like it. How bad do you want me?
I don't like it.
Die with a smile? No. Die. Period. Hold on, let me try one of the cherries. Come on. The cherry's good. I like the cherry. But overall, I gotta say this is a disappointment, and I kind of don't want to drink anymore. It's not good. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. Let's stick to singing, Lady Gaga. I don't know about this one. Yeah, that is not good. It tastes like what I imagine, like, you know how like at a soda fountain, there's like a drip container that everything drips into? It tastes like if you took that container and then put it in a closet and let it ferment for a month and then licked it. I feel like that's what this would taste like. Everyone say bye. I don't want the rest of it. Ooh, y'all. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I am not really sure what I was thinking. Hold on, I need a snack break. Hold on. All right, y'all, I had to take a break. It's like an hour later. I made dinner, ate dinner, and now we're here. Y'all, I don't know how people do these videos. However, we have one more left that I'm very excited for. Definitely, I'm the most curious by it. The celebrity whose favorite cocktail we'll be having next is Snoop Dogg. And his favorite drink is something called Pink Panties. All right. Once again, in a Thrillist.com article, he was asked what the perfect party cocktail was, and he said pink panties. I don't think they make those no more. When I was in junior high school, going into high school, wait, hold on. High school? Snoop Dogg, underage drinking? He said that was the drink that the little hot girls, that was the drink that the little hot girls used to make when they wanted to act like they wanted to give you a shot at the title, but they never gave you. They'd make that drink and get you all revved up, and then you wouldn't even get a shot at the title. What does that mean? What's a shot at the title? Urban Dictionary, shot at the title. The phrase has a variety of meanings and has never been officially defined. Okay, anyway.
It's 100% talking about taking virginity.
His favorite drink is
That's
a pink
100%
panties.
what that is.
I have never heard of this before.
What
Sounds
that is.
fun. Oh, I just googled pink panties and well, it's pink panties. Yeah, I need to write recipe. So, okay, I found a recipe on allrecipes.com for pink panties.
Yeah.
And it is a can of frozen pink lemonade concentrate, like the little tube, 6 ounces of gin, crushed ice, vanilla ice cream, and frozen strawberries. Okay.
That doesn't sound bad.
Delightful. Sounds very sugary. A dessert, if you will. A nice finish to this video. No, a nice finish to this video is me going to bed. Y'all, I'm a couple drinks in. I need a couch and my phone charged to 100%. That's kind of my vibe. But all right, let's make this. Oh, honestly? Okay, so we just throw everything in a blender. Okay, that's pretty easy. All right, I got my blender here. This TikTok someone made? Hold on. Where'd they get, go back. Where'd they get that glass? Well, let's try it. This is liquid. It's been in my freezer for a couple hours. All right, anyways. Oh my God, I have not like opened one of these since I was a kid. Is it gonna pop? Is it like crescent rolls?
No.
No. No, it's not. Oh my God, that is not frozen. Why is it not frozen? Well, what can you do? Okay, so it calls for
What
half of
high
this can.
schooler's drinking gin?
That's about how. What even is this? Corn syrup. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and then gin.
That's the real question.
Okay, this is a lot. I don't need
High schoolers drink vodka.
Nope, you're scaring me. Okay, half a cup of crushed ice. All right, half a cup of ice. Okay, and then it calls for a 4th cup of frozen
Or
strawberries.
fucking Fireball.
Girl.
Yeah.
That'll be like 1 strawberry.
Same time.
What the hell? Okay, I guess I'll put 2 in. All right, and then finally a 4th cup of vanilla ice cream. Oh my God, okay. All right, this just sounds like a headache. This doesn't really sound good. This sounds good though, ooh. Well folks, only one way to find out. Blend. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. All right, well, and there we have it. Snoop Dogg's pink panties. His favorite cocktail when he was underage. Sure, what the hell? Let's give it a try. All right, let's take a sip. Okay, whoa. Okay, let me regroup after that. Okay, hold on, let's try that again.
I feel like
what the
gin in that just wouldn't be
Did
it.
you wash these pink panties? Are these pink panties clean? It's so aggressive. It's like...
He's tasting gin. That's 100% what it
that
is.
Could kill
it's
a child.
the gin.
It's so sweet that it's not even pleasant.
No,
it's like
literally a vodka would
make
make sense for this.
Okay, let's try it again.
Or like a white rum.
No, girl, that's crazy. Oh. These aren't panties. These are boxers. They can fight. I don't know what to say. It's so aggressive. I can't even like pleasantly drink it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me give a good review. What are the flavor notes? I don't know. Pain. It genuinely like hurts to drink. It's so... Girl. Allrecipes.com? Who's drinking this? Are there any reviews for this recipe? I didn't like this. It really is way too sweet and the flavors are pretty ghastly together. It might work better with vodka. Thanks anyways. Way too sweet. Okay, if you only want a sip. I'm not even sure about that one. The first sip was the worst one. Oh well, Mosgood says absolutely delicious. And that was in 2001. Oh my gosh, this recipe was submitted by Kesha? Girl. I need to end this video. Oh, ghastly. That was a good word to describe it. Can't say I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm done with that, sorry. I guess this is the end of the video. Yeah, what is there to say? That is disgusting. I have no more thought. That's crazy. All right, well, yeah, I'm done with that. I'm sorry. Everyone say bye. Well guys, those are all of celebrities' favorite cocktails that we'll be making today. Thank God.
Thank God.
Oh, y'all, I need to lay down. Martha's was the best, gotta say. That lady knows what she's doing. Gaga, I like the enthusiasm. I don't like the execution. Well, there we have it. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really kind of don't know what we've done here today. I'm about to edit and find out. Well, there we have it. What a time we had. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys soon in another one. Thank you so much for watching if you watched this far. All right, I love you guys. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Start your day with Cultural Digestive Daily Probiotic. It works naturally with your body to support digestion and immune defenses to keep you going all day long. Cultural Probiotics. Every day, every body.
Get up to 60% off fall and Halloween during Michael's Fall Haul. From spooky and
Fall
cozy
haul.
decor to florals and candles. Plus, score a fall favorite with buy one, get one free craft pumpkins. Shop in-store or online today, only at Michael's.
I feel like if I liked red wine, it wouldn't be trash. But because of that, eh.
Oi!
This is my
Coming
new
up today, we're making a Julia child of
creator
beef
that I've
stew.
just started watching.
This is Jamie and Julia.
Oh! Bon appetit.
I've been following a bit of a theme as of late. You know, it's winter. I've been craving that comforting cold weather food, you know?
I like
Something
red over
makes
white,
ya-
but I'm
well,
just
it
not a
wraps
big
around
wine
you like
person.
a warm
Yeah.
blanket. We're gonna go to our cookbook
Fair.
that needs no intro.
I think all
from our
alcohol
gal,
right
JC.
now is
And, you
off
know,
of
Julia, what do you got
my
for us
to
today? I
consume
want a stew.
list based
And there's
on
no
every
shortage
time I
of them
drink
in this
any
cookbook.
alcohol these days.
Quit
I
the
get
act,
a
Jamie, you know exactly what
crazy
you're
awful migraine.
Boeuf à la Catalane.
Live
Beef
that
stew with rice, onions, and tomatoes. Here is a hearty dish from the Spanish Mediterranean corner of France. What else do you need? I'm all in at this point. Let's get cooking. So we gotta make some lardon. And for that, you need
Lardon.
slab of bacon.
Yeah, it
This
really
was
makes
a
me
special purchase.
fucking mad.
I usually,
It's either
when it
that
comes
or
to
like
chunks of
citrus.
bacon and turning that into
might be giving me
lardon, I
issues.
usually just pick up slices
Or
of bacon
acid
and make that work. Cut it
might
up
be
into
giving
little
me
pieces.
issues. So
it's not exactly what
I'm
Julia
going to
ever
go
has
to
in
the
mind.
doctor
You know,
soon and
anytime I
ask
slice
her
up the
about
bacon
it.
into little thin
I'm like,
little pieces, it always just kind of turns
I
into
really love
like,
acidic things.
exactly what
My
you
life is
expect.
being
What they mean
ruined.
is to find something like this, which is a slab of it, which is the bacon that has not been sliced yet. Okay, so we got to start with removing this rind. You can see it's kind of got the pigskin part on here. So with the fat on, this is around 1 pound. So I'm assuming if I cut this into thirds now, that should be exactly what I need. Cut this into lardon, which is 1.5 inch strips and 3/8 of an inch thick. 3/8 of an inch, something like that. You need a saucepan. Let's get that water to a simmer. Julie is asking me to, well, not asking me personally, but in the recipe she's saying to simmer the bacon. And this has come up quite a bit, and anytime it does, people go, why? Or people go, no, you're not supposed to do that. Or people go, that method's out of date. Why does it happen? Because I've done it a bunch of times and I never really asked why. It says here, so to simmer, reading off this. To simmer the bacon in water is to reduce the salt, nitrate, and the smoke flavor that is found in American bacon. And therefore the results will be closer to the original French recipes, which uses much lower salt in pork. Cool. Add the bacon. Do not boil. 10 minutes later, bacon is done simmering. I'm gonna use this today as my casserole dish, my
That's
Dutch oven.
so fucking weird.
And what I'm gonna do is... Instead, I am just gonna add it onto a plate lined with paper towel. 3 pounds
Easy.
of stewing beef. Julia has a list here of her selects, the cut of meat that she suggests for this. Her first choice is rump roast, which is what I thought this was, but at the store it was called bottom round, which is another one of her choices. It's just not her first. Either way, this is her first choice or it's another choice. I'm comfortable with either. Cut these slices up into 2.5 inches across and 1 inch thick. Why I'm confused is because why would that be like that in stew? It ended up looking ridiculous. So what I did is just use the old noggin and made them into pieces that I think, well, at least it makes a little more sense to me. I want these pieces of meat to brown really nicely, so I'm gonna make sure they are incredibly dry. All right, let's turn the heat on to the sucker. So with the trimmed off fat from the beef, I'm gonna render that down. the bacon slab. Remember that? I'm gonna add in some of the trimmed off fat from there as well. Why not just combine forces? Combine animals. And I kind of prematurely brown that pan. Few pieces at a time. Let's brown the beef.
Okay.
Brown each side of the meat up to your personal standards.
Please tell me I don't have to redo it. Tell me I don't have to redo it.
Beef has been browned. I'm just gonna put that off to the side for a hot second. Let's keep using this Dutch oven. I'm gonna lower the heat down. Is that enough fat to, no. Everything is kind of dried up and cooked onto the side of the pan there. So I'm gonna add just a little hit of pork fat. I'm gonna add in 1.5 cups of sliced onions. We have no shortage of spatulas we can use for this.
We have
yeah, we're gonna bring in the snowman today.
We have no girth, but we have length.
It's been a while since you guys have seen them, you know? So behind this dish right here, I got another frying pan going.
I can't believe it.
Browning the lardon in this pan over here. But brown it lightly.
I think this one I made a mistake.
The onions.
Oh, I made a mistake.
I've lightly browned the lardon, so that's good. I'm gonna take this out with the slotted spoon.
I put it around my head and it just got
next
caught
to
in
the
my
beef
hair.
over there off camera.
Fuck.
I keep running out of fat in this thing, so I'm gonna add the fat from the lardon. So this is interesting. This is the first time in the show's history that I've used
We're back.
rice. 1 cup of white, raw, unwashed rice, and I have to just add it in to this pan
All right,
with
let's
the fat.
see. Will it fit how I want it?
And what do I have to do? Once that is turned into a milky color, yeah, I guess, bull meat.
Not quite.
Thank you.
Let's
get the rice in there. 1 cup worth of white wine, and this is a dry white wine. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, and a dry white wine, as I've explained in other episodes incorrectly, is a wine that has little to no residual sugar. I need to deglaze the shit out of this thing. Great, boil that down. Get all the fun stuff. This is deglazed, it looks nice. However, there was a little burnt patch on the bottom of the pan, and some of that burnt stuff has kind of scraped up into the wine. So I want to strain it.
Well, that kind of happens when you deglaze.
I'd like to make sure that doesn't taste burnt. Wow. It doesn't taste burnt, but it tastes like an interesting take on white wine. I have deglazed this thing, but you can see there's still some burnt patches on the bottom. I think I'm just gonna clean it all off. I know some of you purists might get angry at me, but the whole thing could be avoided if you just use 2 separate pans, as Julia had recommended, but I chose not to because I go against the grain. So in the cleaned out casserole, I'm gonna add in the beef and the lardon, the onions, the white wine I used for the deglazing. We're not adding in the rice. No, we save that. 2 to 3 cups of beef stock, and that needs to come to almost the height of the beef.
All right.
I'd say perfect. All right, so 2 cloves of garlic that I need to mash with this thingamajig.
Okay. No.
There's always some that gets stuck in there. Here's the rest of it. Add in half a teaspoon of thyme. Of course, we're gonna need a bay leaf, and she tells me to crumble it up. I refuse. I've done it before. It's not my preferred method. I'd rather just keep it whole and then just yank it out when I'm done with it rather than
Why would I do that?
eating it. I don't know. It's just not my thing. 1 whole bay leaf. That is a pinch of saffron. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, please. And salt to taste. Once I got that to a simmer, lid goes on. Into the preheated oven, 350 degrees.
Back at it.
For an hour. So I boiled up some water and added some tomatoes in for 10 seconds only. Took them out and cut out the stems, and that makes for easy peeling.
I've never done that. I really want to try though.
Trying to extract as much juice and seeds out of these things as possible, so I squeeze them gently over this sieve. Honestly, I don't get too worked up about that stuff, because if there's a couple seeds in there, so be it. I'll get over it. And a rough chop.
Come on. Come here.
After an hour. Ooh. I'm gonna add in my tomatoes. It's around 1 pound worth.
Yes,
So I gotta
there we
stir
go.
in
There
the
we go.
tomatoes. Bring this over here. Gotta come back up to a simmer. While you're over here, why don't you throw in a little more salt? I think it needs it. back into the oven for another hour. 3,
This is just like
2,
the worst way to grip. I don't have great
I've been checking this bad boy. I know what it looks like. Immediately turn the oven up to 375. Let's take a look what's under the hood. Each time I look at this thing, it looks better and better. Tilt the casserole on its side to remove the fat. It's kind of hard to distinguish where the fat is, honestly. Whenever she says something like you should have 2 to 2.5 cups worth of liquid in here.
Test.
I take that kind of seriously because I've underdone it, like the cassoulet, where there was no liquid left over, or I've overdone it, like the chicken pot pie I recently made.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just gonna make sure that 100% I have enough liquid in here
That's
for whatever the next task may
with
be.
a crust on top.
All right, that's why you check, man. After a very thorough investigation, I have found out that I only had 1.5 cups worth of liquid in here, give or take, maybe just a little bit more than that. But that's not enough, especially when you want 2 to 2.5 cups worth. I'm gonna add around 1 cup worth of beef stock in here, just to be safe. Now the meat needs to be almost tender at this point, so can we easily stick a fork in? Yes. Is it tender? Very much so. There's the rice that we sauteed earlier today. Remember that? It's its moment. Moment to shine.
Remember
We gotta
that?
add
No.
in, right? Yeah, stir in the rice. Now do you see why I wanted to make sure I had enough liquid? Stir that around. Add in a little more salt. All right, let's move this operation over here. Get it to a simmer. This goes back into the oven. Remember, I turned it up to 375 this time for a final 20 minutes. We're not allowed to stir it. We gotta let the rice cook. So just leave it be and have a good time. A little Parmesan, anyone? Alternatively, if you have Swiss cheese, go with Swiss. But I have Parm, and actually, you know what? I prefer Parm today. I'm in a mood. Cups worth of this, so, you know, hence the reason why I haven't stopped yet. Whoop. Oi! Julia told me not to touch this thing until the rice was cooked. Here's hoping. Whoa. That rice really just... Okay, the rice really just kind of soaked everything up. There's no more liquid in here, guys. It's kind of like the same deal as the cassoulet. A little more salt. While you're at it, why don't a couple more hoots of pepper as well. Would you look at that? I didn't forget. The bay leaf. Keep that in your back pocket. Delicately, just before serving, fold in the cheese. I'm gonna add in that much now, see how it goes, and you know, if I want more, I want more. Before adding any more cheese, we should definitely have a taste, see what this is all about.
All right, let's go.
Don't change a thing. You know what'd be really nice on top of this thing? A little chopped up parsley as well. And a baguette. Order up.
This has been how I've
Ugly,
been
delicious,
like ending
but
all
beautiful.
of my nights lately is like watching Anti-Chef or Anti-Chef and
Quite
or
content.
the next
Good
creator that is on the
grief.
playlist.
Charlie Brown.
And just been vibing.
That was stellar. You know, it's let's be honest here. It may not look like much. In fact, it's fairly unphotogenic, if you don't mind me saying. When I said earlier today that I was going to set out to make a stew, that's the last thing I had in mind. I don't know. I wasn't expecting the rice to just, I don't know, commandeer the stew like that. But it did. I mean, that beef was tender AF. The lardon and the perfect amount of saltiness to that, that's why you simmer your bacon. I've learned. You want to be careful with adding that Parmesan cheese because a little goes a long way. If you added just a little bit more than I did, it would have been too much. But it was just like the perfect level of Parmesan. So I just went online to search really quickly to see if other people have had similar results with this stew, and everyone else has looked similar to mine. It appears that I have made it correctly.
Yay!
Hopefully. That's it. That's all. This was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
That sounds like the end of the world.
Can you guys remember beginning
What
of stream?
on earth is that?
And now 3 hours later, look at all this hard work paying off. Yay. Woohoo. Let's go, let's go.
Getting everyone in your home on the same page about energy use is hard, so we're making it easier. Xcel Energy offers programs and services like a home energy assessment and smart thermostat rewards, plus rebates to help reduce the cost of energy upgrades in your home. We make energy decisions easier. Who gets to control the remote? That's up to you.
All right, we ready?
Hey guys, roll again.
No.
Dungeons and Dragons. We are told stories of dream pastries, potions, tavern
picked
food,
this.
the Forgotten Realms. But what does it truly
One, because
taste
interesting,
like?
and
Well,
two,
with the help
because
of
new.
the Player's Handbook and a few of the D&D cookbooks today, I am going to find out. Starting with a tavern meal from the 5e handbook.
Newt, you need to make
Overall,
this.
There's not a whole lot in the player's handbook about food and drink, but there is one section in the equipment portion of the book called Food, Drink, and Lodging, which gives us rough prices for individual food items that would be found at a tavern or an inn. I like to imagine my exhausted character returning from a long day of adventuring and ordering a loaf of bread, a hunk of cheese, and a chunk of meat, all washed down with a pitcher of wine. That is what I will be making. First, I'm going to start with the bread, which I think would
Yes,
be
you
a
have.
rustic, crusty, fluffy loaf of bread, and we're gonna see if I can achieve that. To my mixing bowl, I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups of warm water, and then I also added some sugar to it. I just spilled a lot of it. Now I'm gonna check and see if the water is between 110 and 120, which is the safe temperature for yeast. Now this needs to sit and proof for like 5 minutes. As you can see, the yeast is bloomed, so it is time to add the flour. I'm going for a pretty shaggy dough, so I'm gonna start by adding 2 1/2 cups of bread flour. Mix that on low.
What I need is to make another adventure, but alas, you're right, you do.
The dough is still a little
Adventure
bit wet,
now.
so I'm gonna go ahead and add another 1/2 cup of bread
Right
flour.
now.
At this point, I'm also gonna go ahead and add the salt, about a teaspoon.
I
and then
require
mix
at least
again on low.
one shot done on stream
Everywhere.
by you.
All right, so the dough is mixed up and
Or
nice
else.
and shaggy.
If I had
So I'm gonna go ahead
hand
and cover this
track,
with a
oh,
towel and
you can
let
see
it
my hands.
rise in
Or
a warm
else, I'm
area
shaking my
for
fist at
about
you.
an hour
Or
until
else.
it's doubled in
Err.
size. I am moving on to the chunk of meat, which in my case is going to be a chicken of the Cornish variety. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a sweet and spicy sauce to go on top of these. Let's get started with the marinade. So I'm adding 1 tablespoon of ginger paste. I have some rice vinegar here. I'm also going to add a tablespoon of that. Sesame oil. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons. Some salt, we're gonna go with 1 teaspoon. Garlic paste, we're gonna do a tablespoon of that.
Boom.
That's probably about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. Honey, 2 tablespoons. Onion powder, about a teaspoon. Cayenne, this one's optional if you don't want it to be super spicy, but I'm gonna go with 1/2 teaspoon. Some sake, we're gonna do a tablespoon. Okay. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons. Some black pepper. I'm gonna go with a 1/2 of a teaspoon. White pepper would be better, but if you have black pepper, it works as well. And then here I have some spicy chili crisp. I'm gonna go ahead and add about a tablespoon and a half. And now I'm going to add some sun butter.
On stream.
You're not allergic
Yep.
to peanuts,
On
you can
stream.
use peanut butter. And I'm going to do a tablespoon and a half. And now I'm going to stir up that marinade. It's a little bit
If
acidic, so I'm
you
gonna add another
found a
tablespoon
good
of honey.
one shot that I
I'm gonna go
liked
ahead
enough,
and
I
cut
would
my Cornish
participate.
hens in half. They are still a
For
little bit
surezies.
frozen, so we'll see how easy this is. There we go. Oh yeah, that worked better than I thought it was going to. Okay. Now it's time to marinate. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the bag. I'm going to also add the marinade in as well. And when I zip it up, I'm gonna make sure I get
There we
out
go.
as much air as I can. So it's just chicken and marinade. Now I'm going to set this aside and let it soak for at least 30 minutes. Here I have the flour. It has risen and about doubled in size. I'm going to go ahead and flour my clean work surface. Hello. So I'm going to pull the corners in. I'm going to flip it over seam side down and pull it towards me to make it round. I have a greased bowl that I'm going to place my dough ball into.
Hey.
And then I'm going to cover and let it rise for another
Wait,
30
I can't even read this.
The dough
It's
has risen a second
my chat box
time
is
and
too
is
small. Okay.
about Twice the size it was
She's just
before.
making. I would,
I'm going to
if it was
gently
right for
pour
me.
it out onto some parchment paper.
I don't know. I can't tell you what would be right. But it would just have to be right.
That I have been heating up in the oven. I hope the fire alarm doesn't go off. I'm going to gently put my dough in there.
Please lie flat.
Like so.
Please, okay.
And then cover it back up.
Don't you have Valorant to play or something, Killian?
Bake covered for about 30 minutes and then uncovered for 10. My Cornish hen here has been marinating for about an hour at this point.
Yeah, you gotta figure out what I like.
It's gonna go into the oven until
That's
the
not
internal
Stray
temperature
Kids.
is 165, and every 10 minutes or so, I'm going to take it out of the oven and use the liquid to braise the chicken. I might also flip them halfway through. Next up for our tavern meal is a hunk of cheese. I will be making some baked brie. I'm gonna keep this pretty simple and start by scoring the brie. And all I'm gonna add to the top is some maple syrup. That is it, I'm just gonna put it in the oven. Our rustic tavern meal. We have our loaf of bread, we have our hunk of cheese, and our chunk of meat, as well as our pint of wine, aka cranberry juice. All right, first, this is an unsharpened knife. It's not gonna work. It's just for the looks, okay?
It's terrible.
The end is tippy. The end is pointy, but the rest of it is dull. Let's do a little cross section of this bread.
Something's happening.
This is
What
how
happened?
They did it in the olden days. They didn't have knives. Look at this. Beautiful.
Kendra?
Very good.
Maybe?
Time
Thank
to
you for
wash
the
it down
follow.
with my kook
Evil
stuff.
men. Ah,
Wine.
you know me.
Okay.
Evil men.
The chunk of meat.
Every time. Nuko's Sentry Lungs quested a one-shot that meets Sylvie's requirements that she herself does not know.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
I know.
They're a wizard. They can figure it out, right?
All right, we need to stop eating so Kyla doesn't have to edit 40 minutes of footage.
I was bullshitting.
This is just us eating our dinner.
This chicken is fantastic.
5e, top notch. Perpetual stew is a common set
Perpetual stew. Wait, there's a guy who. There are multiple creators who make perpetual stew. It's so interesting.
Stew is a real thing that you can actually make yourself.
It is so interesting.
From the Wikipedia. Perpetual stew is a pot into which foodstuffs are placed and cooked continuously. The pot is never or rarely emptied. Such foods can continue cooking for decades or longer if properly maintained. Does anyone in the comments please let me know, do you have a perpetual stew or have you ever made perpetual stew in the past? I thought this was a perfect D&D-esque recipe to try out, and there is even a version of it in the Heroes Feast cookbook called Traveler's Stew. However, I will be making my
mic's
own version
bugging me. It keeps touching me.
I have my stew
And
right
I don't
here, as you
like
can see.
it.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna start by cooking up the meat a
Alright,
little bit.
alright.
We have some chicken thigh.
Oh,
I picked
oh.
chicken thigh because chicken thigh doesn't get super dry if you cook it extra, so I felt like it could be a good meat to be in a stew that is constantly.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm also gonna go ahead and add a little bit of flour just to help the browning process. This is cooked enough to my liking. I'm gonna go ahead and add an Oktoberfest Feist beer, or any
did I
dark
just
beer
fuck up?
will work.
Did I just fuck up or
I'm
no?
also going to add in 2 cups of
Maybe
water and a cube of this beef bouillon.
Ah!
And cover this and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. So now it's time to add all the vegetables.
Ah!
The vegetables I have
Okay,
here
it's fine.
are all from my garden. I have an onion, a variety of peppers,
I'm
most
just
of
being
which are
dramatic a little
shishito.
bit,
I have
but
these
not
green
really.
tomatoes, which I believe are called green zebra tomatoes. I'm
Ooh.
hoping because they're a bit more firm, they won't break down as much in the stew. I also have some patty pan squash and these really cool purple potatoes. All right. I'm going to bring up the heat a little bit, and I might also add a little bit more water. While this is simmering, I'm going to go ahead and add in a few more spices. I'm going to add another bouillon cube, onion powder, and some smoked paprika, as well as a bit more salt. Here we have the perpetual stew. It is a very pale looking stew, I will say. Let's give this a taste.
Very steamy.
It is a little steamy. It's hot.
Guess I'll wait.
Most of the contents of that soup have turned to mush after being slowly simmered for almost 3 hours. I'm not mad about it. There is still a bit of texture to it. The chicken, for example, has maintained its texture, and because I used chicken thigh, it didn't get super tough and chewy.
I think it's yummy.
Yeah.
And having it simmer in our kitchen for like 3 hours was really cozy feeling.
It did smell really good, especially with that smoked paprika. It's really good, honestly. The Wood Elf Forest Salad. And I bet you're wondering,
why'd you pick this recipe?
It's because of the pretty flowers. From the cookbook, this is described as a bountiful, verdant mix brimming with sharp accents and crisp textures.
Ooh, I like that description.
So now I can put them to use. Let's make it. First things first, I've got to grate some zest into the salad bowl. Smells really good. We have the zest of the lemon, now the orange. Next, I have to finely chop up a shallot. I'm also going to add 2 teaspoons of the lemon juice. Yum. Apple cider vinegar.
Oh! My back hurts.
Salt and some pepper.
I need a higher
I'm going
desk.
to whisk these together. And then I'm going to set this aside and let the flavors just kind of soak into each
Or
other.
I don't know.
While we're waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and shred these.
I've been sitting like a shrimp for like 10 trillion hours.
I am going to go against the recipe a little bit because I need a bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and add these Brussels sprouts, but I'm not going to toss them yet. I'm just going to set them in there.
Ow.
I'm going to finely chop a bundle of chives. Now I also have to add radicchio. Is that how you say it? It's the purple cabbage.
That
I
is
couldn't find any
radicchio. That is how you
just
say it.
Radicchio. So I got a salad pack that also has some in it, and I'm just gonna pick it out. I have this orange,
That
and
sounds so
I have
tedious.
to cut it up as a little garnish. Basically, I just have to remove the pith and cut it into small little pieces.
Okay, that's not too bad.
I'm just now reading in the recipe that I have to emulsify the dressing that is at the bottom of this bowl. So, I have to take out all the Brussels sprouts. I had assumed it was optional to let that stuff at the bottom sit and soak, but no.
I am going to go against the recipe a little bit.
All right, we're adding 1/4 cup of the olive oil. And then I have to whisk this vigorously. I will say it is not quite emulsified, but it is emulsified enough. Mistakes were made, I agree. However, I don't think it's going to affect the flavor very much. I was supposed to add the radicchio and the chives afterwards. Guys. Oh my god, I'm just a mess. We're just adding it all, okay? In the end, it is I who must eat this salad, not you.
True.
So I will suffer the consequences. Now this has to sit for 30 minutes to soften.
A few 20 minutes later.
I have all my ingredients and it's time to plate. My freshly picked edible flowers, I found some violets, some borage, which these taste like cucumbers. And then these orange ones, I'm pretty sure are marigold. I forget though. Beautiful. We're out of forks, so we're using leaf spoons. I got a flower on mine. Drew got 2. The zest is so good.
Very bright and fresh, and the Brussels sprouts are unexpected but welcome. I want to eat that big one.
Ugh, I love Brussels sprouts. Such a good green.
It doesn't really taste like much, but salad is nice.
Yeah.
Very fresh,
I'm
very
actually
floral.
really
I did
proud of
mess
myself.
up
I've done
a
so
couple
much
times,
work on
but we
this.
won't talk about that.
How did you mess
Holy
up this
moly.
We're moving on to my favorite D&D
Wow.
lore dish, which is dream pastries. They're introduced in the Curse of Strahd, where the hag Morgantha where the hag Morgantha is disguised as a little old granny. Why can't I talk? Hag Morgantha is disguised as a little old granny, and she has this little cart full of pastries, and she's disguised as a little old granny, and she goes door to door selling her mincemeat pies. These pies are addictive, and anybody that eats them experiences bliss. And when they can no longer afford to buy the mincemeat pies, Morgantha has a little proposition. She's like,
Hey, I'll trade mincemeat pies
for your children.
and the adults being addicted to the mincemeat pies trade their children for the mincemeat pies.
Are there
Now,
children in the
there's
pies?
a little special ingredient in these mincemeat pies.
It's
and
the
that is
children.
the bones of children. Yes, the children that are traded for the pies. Their bones are ground up and put into the pies. Hags are just weird like that. This is a
Classic
pretty dark
hag
story,
behavior.
but it is very interesting in my opinion.
I think
Now,
that's
I
implied.
do not have the bones of children in my spice
Wow.
cabinet, so I'm gonna
That-
have to find a
that was a
substitute.
choice.
And my substitute for this recipe
You
is
decided to make
salt
that pun, and I
MSG,
respect you for it.
because these two spices add that delicious, savory, and umami flavor that just elevates a dish and makes it so
It's a
much
choice
better.
you made.
This recipe
It
does
is.
mainly utilize a stove, so we're gonna move over to my stove. One of the ingredients I've seen in traditional mincemeat is candied fruit peel. I wasn't able to find any at
Just
the
make
store, so
it.
I'm gonna make my own. This might be a mistake because it looks like it's quite a long process. First, I'm gonna start by boiling it for about 15 minutes. We're basically trying to reduce the bitterness of the rind. So these have been boiling for about 10 minutes. I'm going to change out the water and then do it 2 more times.
And,
These just finished their third boil. I'm going to empty the water and set the peels off to the side for now. Need a colander. Now I'm going to add I'm going to add 1 cup of water back to the pot, as well as 2 cups of sugar. And I'm going to heat this up over medium heat until the sugar is fully dissolved. The syrup is melted and now simmering, so I'm going to go ahead and add back in the peels. And these are going to simmer in the pot for around 45 minutes until they become translucent. While the peels are simmering, I'm going to go ahead and prepare everything else in my big pot. I've got some sun-dried raisins.
Oh, I'm so stressed.
Some golden
And I fucked it
raisins,
up.
and also
Fuck.
some currants. And I've got 1 1/4 pounds of finely chopped steak, as well as a can of red tart cherries. I did drain these as well. Now, a few of the recipes I saw said to use beef suet. However, I couldn't find that, so I'm going to be using lard instead. I'm going to use about 1/2 of a cup. I'm also going to add 2 finely chopped tart apples. I opted for
I feel like
Granny
beef suet would be
Smith
pretty
since
hard to
Morgantha
find within the
is
United
also known as
States.
Granny when she's in her little disguise. I also have 2 1/4 cups of dark brown sugar. And finally, I'm going to add my children's bones, aka my spices. We have some ground ginger, some ground
This is chainmail.
cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, salt, MSG,
Whole little thing.
and allspice.
I think it'll look a lot cooler when it's not just like a strand.
The rinds are also done, so I'm going to go ahead and chop those up and add it to the pot.
But I'm
as
pretty
well.
happy with even
I don't
this.
really want
Like
to
worst
easily
case
chop up,
scenario,
so I'm just
fuck it,
gonna
I'll
add
make
them in.
myself a little
Now
little
I'm going to simmer
bracelet.
this entire pot for about 2 hours, stirring
Make myself
it every
a
once in a while just to prevent burning on the
It's
bottom.
for sure gonna be
and then
about
we will make the pies.
at minimum.
So
I don't
this
know.
mincemeat has been
I don't know
cooking
if
for
it's in the
approximately 2
cards for the
hours,
skirt
but
with
it
the
feels
amount
like
of
a
jump
million
rings I
years.
have
Now I'm
and
gonna
the
go ahead
time I
and
have.
add in 2 tablespoons of this dark
But
rum.
I think
For the
at the
pies,
very
I'm just
least a
using
whole
a
nother
pre-made
like
crust, and I'm going to use this cookie
like a
cutter
whole
to
nother
cut
layer of
out
these at
little
minimum.
circles.
This looks
And
like
then
nothing.
I'm going to lay the crust in here.
Yeah, I think like overall,
push
this
it
is
so
definitely
that
something
way
I want to
it
keep
covers
doing.
the
This is
entirety of this little
fun,
muffin
even though
tin.
my wrist hurts if I was actually using the jewelry pliers that I
I've got
have.
one size up. Let's see how
That isn't the like the one jewelry pliers I'm using is great, and I love my needle nose.
A little bit better. We're gonna stick with that.
What's going on here? What is happening?
The pie crusts are complete, so
What's
I'm gonna
happening?
fill them with the mincemeat and proceed to get it all over the pan. Apparently, I still have so
There
much
we
more
go.
mincemeat. Just more people that I can brainwash.
Yeah.
For sealing
I think
up the
it'll
tops,
be.
I'm going to do a lattice.
It'll be good. It'll be cute.
It is a little bit more difficult doing a lattice.
It looks very
on these
cool
tiny
now.
little pies.
I'm truly thinking about taking this to work.
I also made these little circle tops with a little hole cut out of the center.
Tomorrow for me to work on.
I have a little egg wash here that I'm going to brush the tops with.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
All that's left is to bake these and then create a cult.
Right.
Mincemeat pies. I am
Oh, and
definitely
create a
not
cult? We could do that,
hag
right?
Just trying to brainwash an entire town to
What do you
be
think?
in a cult. Mincemeat pie.
I want to eat it.
I'm gonna pick my favorite one, which is this one.
Kind of scared about theirs just being chopped up steak in what would be like a fruity filling. It's like exactly what I expected, but better than I hoped.
It is slightly reminiscent of the plum pudding that I made for the Stardew Valley video. It does have a lot of the same ingredients in it.
But then also steak.
And then there's also just like steak in there.
I don't hate it. I actually kind of like it. It's really heavy.
And you may be a little addicted to them, and if you don't eat them, you'll start to have nightmares.
Okay.
And a big thank you to the Everhearth
Okay.
and Patreon members. If you are a member, you will get an exclusive
oops.
extended version of this
That's why it
YouTube
was
video,
being fucked
as
up.
well
That's
as
why.
many other YouTube videos and a lot of other really fun perks. So if you're not a member yet, go check that out. I will have all the links in the description below. So this next one is a little bit different, but I am excited to try it. It is a Dungeons & Dragons candy kit. Although I was
a
sent
candy
this,
kit.
it is not sponsored, and I will be giving my honest review. At the time of filming, they do have a Kickstarter going for not this kit, but a monsters kit, I believe. I will link it in the description below in case you want to check that out. All right, let's start with the most interesting looking box. I love this artwork. So I'm guessing that this leads to the, oh yeah, there we go, how-to guide. Then we have some fun ingredients. And these are the molds. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of these in there. Looks like a little pedestal. I'm not sure what that is. This is a D20, yeah, this is a D20. You can see the 20 in there. Oh, this is a dragon egg. I'm not really sure what this one is. We're gonna try them all though. Yes! Oh my god. An entire set of dice. Exciting. And then we have a whole nother thing. Oh my god. A
Candy
dragon!
dies.
Yes!
That's
So we got
cool.
dragon head. Very excited for that one. This is a little coin, I'm guessing. And even
Holy
bigger
shit, it's
D20. Holy
$9.21?
shit. There's the medium one, I guess. I thought this was the big one. This is huge. Wow. These little rubber bands are to keep it closed on
You can
the
just go.
score, so that way nothing leaks out of the side here in case this were to come cracked. I'm not sure. It looks like a monster or something that looks like feet. Oh, this looks like a dragon, like a laying down dragon, because you see the wings. And then it's holding a dice. And that's it for this box. Now I have this black box. Ooh, okay, so more ingredients. So this... Ooh, a little spatula. Wow, this comes with everything. It's nice that I don't have to source all these ingredients, I will say. Nice. And then one more bag. Starburst Jello. Regular Starburst. Watermelon. Skittles. Oh yeah. What is this? Is this Jello mix?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, it's just Jello, but like Skittles flavored. That is a lot of stuff. We have all these molds. We got lots of different things. I'm gonna start with the Jello recipe.
Okay.
I have to pick my favorite.
Well,
I think I'm gonna go with the watermelon. So I'm following the YouTube video
Gonna
tutorial.
close
See
this
how it
ring a little
goes.
bit more.
Half a cup of water.
And then I think,
Now,
I know the video's
fourth a
not done
cup
yet, but I think
of
I'm gonna
the
call it for
corn
today.
syrup. Just put that in there. 1 pack of jelly. Ooh. 2 packs of gelatin. There's already gelatin in there, but I'm guessing we're just making it extra firm.
Squish.
So now I have to
There we go.
boil this for 5 minutes. So I want to do 1 large one. So
All
I'm
right.
excited to use
Well,
the dragon head, so I'm going to do that. And then
this is the progress for today. I think this is pretty
dice. So those will be my gelatin. Or
solid.
should I say those
I think
for
it's
the
time for me
chocolates?
to give my wrist a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
This one hurts.
I'm gonna do this mystery square
Like going from like
earlier,
what was it
and
like maybe
the
this much
medium D20, and then also
to all
the
of
dragon
this?
We'll do those. This smells really good. I have a little sheet
Yay!
in here, so I don't.
I'm gonna have to do like wrist stretches and all of that in the
I have
morning.
all of these rubber bands
But
lined up so the seams
this
are
weekend, hopefully, I'll
possible.
post like
ahead
update
and add the liquid.
updates on this and all of that because I think it'll be really exciting to see it look cool.
I have transferred
Who
these to the
knows?
plate, and now I will put them in the fridge for 2 hours.
I'm also thinking about
Moving
maybe
on to
making
the
myself a
recipe
little
for the
pouch
simple mix. I picked
to like
out
put my
the largest
stuff in.
D20.
We'll see.
What I believe
We'll
is
see.
the dragon holding a D20.
That's it.
Mystery
All right, let me
cube. And then this one I think is a guy. So they basically said to just
let me boop that. Let's go back to our regular scene. Alrighty. Thanks for hanging out. This was nice. This was good for me to not like wallow in how frustrated I am at how long this takes. And we made a lot of progress. What a good evening. What a good evening. I think I'm gonna do more like this, especially when I'm working on like Halloween costume and stuff like that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I will be like, I'm pretty sure I do have the fabric I will be using for at least one part of my Halloween costume, which this year is not as crazy as Bowsette was last year. This year I'm going to be Raven from Teen Titans, specifically the 2003 version. So it'll be good. I'm very excited because I get to mess around with gray foundation and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Pretty exciting. But yeah, all right. Well, see ya later. Thanks for chilling. I will see you next week, where we'll be back. I'm hoping next week we'll be back to Split Fiction. So finishing up that, we'll be gaming again. I decided I want to make sure I'm playing Elden Ring as like a whole. So just in case I do need to take off time from stream in October because of Halloween, I will be starting Elden Ring in November. So November is when we start Elden Ring. First ever playthrough. I'm very excited. All right. That's it. That's all for me. You get nothing more outside of a fun little ad to join the Discord. If you haven't already, join the Discord. And the other ad is if you liked hanging out today and you want, follow me on, oh, you got me. Follow me on all my socials. We have my Twitter, my cosplay and art Insta, my TikToks, which I did just post a new one last week. I honestly haven't had time to edit the other one that I'm planning on posting. And then, yeah, if you liked hanging out and you want to see more of my content, all my VODs are on YouTube, except for the ones that are really bad in the karaoke VOD. Yeah. That's it. Alrighty. Bye. 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 Bye.